we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road today. We are at Duck Crossing Antique Store in downtown Elizabethton. You can see behind me, we've got all kinds of cool things here for you to take a look at. And so, Misty will be by here in a little while, give us a little show and tell what all's going on here inside the store, as we are inside of 90 days till Christmas now, of course. And we are, in fact, it's even better than that. Birthdays today, Sting is 73, and you've got Don McLean, bye-bye Miss American Pie, having a birthday today. Sting is 73. And Don McLean is 79 today. Those are the birthdays. By the way, the countdown to Christmas Eve, 83 days. 83 days to shop till Christmas, and there's a good place to come do it. And, of course, they do have a very liberal layaway plan here at the Duck Crossing here in downtown Elizabethton. We're going to get it started with Major League Baseball. One's down, and we've got three to be decided today. We'll tell you all about that, but let's get it going, as we always do, with the national anthem. And so who's going to sing it today? Let's see. Let's bring on, gosh, who we've not had for a while. How about Gabe Short? He can do it. The national anthem do it very well on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back at the Duck Crossing here in downtown Elizabeth, we do have Cyclone football. Tia Duggar Cyclone football tonight. It's a doubleheader. The undefeated Cyclones travel to Greenville, take on the Greenville Green Devils for the final game of the regular season. The Cyclones, both the JV and varsity, are undefeated at 7-0. We'll have it for you, audio and video, coming up tonight. And so we'll be ready to go with that one. Coming up at 5:45 is JV first, then the varsity, and that'll do it for the 2025 season. Trying to close it out. Ryan Whitten will be here at the top of the hour, talk about it, and get you ready for the game tonight. And of course, the game tomorrow night will be down on the taking down the highway. We'll go down to Granger, down in Rutledge, Tennessee. Beautiful drive, beautiful stadium, and we hope it'll be a win to come back with, as we will battle the Granger Grizzlies tomorrow night. That'll be a good one, and we'll go on air the broadcast tomorrow night at 6:50, audio and video. Isaac Fletcher is going to run the camera for us tomorrow night, which is very kind for Isaac to do. One of our great students at Elizabethton High School. So that's, again, what we've got going on this week. Tia Duggar tonight, doubleheader, and tomorrow night the varsity will get ready to go and be ready to bring it to you, as we'll go on the air at 6:50 with a kickoff at 7:30. There's Andrew. He's in the house, so we'll get to him in just a second. So let's take a look at it. Major League Baseball, the Dodgers punched their ticket to round two. The best of five starts on Saturday in Philadelphia. Shohei Ohtani will be on the mound for the Dodgers, and Christopher Sanchez will oppose him for Philadelphia. That one's been decided. Saturday and Monday in Philadelphia. Wednesday and Thursday of next week in L.A. And then if need be, that game 5 will go back to Philadelphia. So game 1 and 2, Saturday and Monday in Philadelphia. The Dodgers disposing of the Reds yesterday So today, you've got at 3:08 Detroit and Cleveland. That'll be the best of the final game of the best of three. Both are tied at one, obviously. You've got Slade Ciccone will go for the Cleveland Guardians, and Jack Flaherty will go for the Tigers in the first game. Second game, Yu Darvish against Jameson Italian, and so it'll be the Cubs hosting the Padres. That one's 1-1. And then the Yankees, interesting, two rookies to decide it tonight. Connolly Early, rather, I should say, for the Red Sox, and Cameron Schlittler will go for the Yankees. Two rookies tonight to start in a go home, make or break game. I thought that was very interesting, particularly given the fact that it's the Yankees and the Red Sox. So it means something tonight, to say the least. Mason Miller yesterday, the pitcher from the Padres, the fastest pitch in playoff history since they started tracking it in 2008, 17 years ago. 104. That's an Andrew Smith fastball. 104.5 miles an hour, bringing it. Wow. That is bringing some smoke. 104.5 on a fastball. So they do go back, as we go back to the Yankees Red Sox tonight. So Early's the first pitcher ever to start a winner take all postseason game within 30 days of making his major league debut. That's an interesting stat. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. I guess there's a staff somewhere with the guys with pens and pocket protectors and in a dark room somewhere digging up these stats. They're good for us broadcasters, but who would have thought that one? Connolly Early, keep saying Early, Connolly Early, the first pitcher to ever start a winner-take-all postseason game within 30 days of making his major league debut start. So there you go. On the other side, of course, you have, as we said, the Yankees starter is a rookie as well. So that's game 3 tonight. By the way, the schedule, Detroit-Cleveland is the early afternoon game at 3:08. Padres and the Cubs at 5:08. And then the Red Sox and the Yankees at 8:08. So by the time we hit the airways with T.A. Duggar football, Detroit and Cleveland will be decided. We'll be in the middle of the Padres-Cubs final game. Then the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees will go at 8:08 tonight. All right, so one more note we want to tell you before we go to the break. We've got a government shutdown now. So I'm not going to get into the political thing, but it makes absolute no sense to me why they can't get together and make sure the American people, who are going to pay the price for this ultimately, can get it together so the American people can stay working, particularly our government employees. But they're not. Right now they're on, in essence, on strike or shutdown. So are the U.S. Service Academies going to play football this weekend? They are. Air Force will go to Navy in Annapolis on Saturday. Army will play University of Alabama Birmingham on Saturday. The reason the Service Academy games are moving forward despite the shutdown is their use of nonprofit funding for athletics, which keeps them from interruptions in federal budgets. Makes perfect sense, which I appreciate. Navy's athletic program has a long run of being independent of government money. Army transitioned the same thing back in 2017. So if you're wondering, with the government shutdown, and it may be resolved by then, I don't know, it seems like it's going to be a political hot potato between the Democrats and the Republicans. So, but the bottom line is they are going to play football. Air Force will be at Navy this weekend, and Army will be hosting Alabama Birmingham. We're here live again at Duck Crossing. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. He's here, Andrew Smith. See what he thinks about his manager, who's not coming back. Who's going to be the manager of his Braves next year? There's all kinds of managerial openings. The Giants have said we're going to pass on Bruce Bochy. I still say he'll end up in Atlanta. I don't know why. I have nothing to base that on, but we'll see. But there are definite managerial openings. We'll see how his Titans are doing against my Raiders in the lunch bet. He grimaced. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't get too concerned. The Raiders couldn't play dead in the Western movie. So, anyway, we'll find out. Andrew Smith, Sports Writer, Johnson City Press. Also, the polls are out this week for high school football. Some movement. Some of our local teams move up, and that's good. Some fell off the rankings. We'll tell you all about that. He'll join us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Antique mall with over 50,000 square feet of merchandise. We have about 52, 53, give or take, vendors with different items. We have a great selection of everything from antique, which is over 100 years, to vintage, which is 25 years, and then we do have a little bit of new things. We concentrate on the vintage and antique items. So you can find just about anything for yourself, for your home, and gifts. We have a lot of people that take gifts for their grandparents. They remembered they had them, and it's with their family.
Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30. Saturdays 10 to 6, open late for the car shows and anytime they have special events in town.
Neat Place, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone football, Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Elizabethton Cyclone football.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Guest number one, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News, the one, the only Andrew Smith. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Tom. Doing pretty well. Always fun to come hop on.
Absolutely.
Always appreciate you having me on.
Oh, we want you on. I had turned up the wrong thing here. Now talk to me. How we doing?
Doing well, doing well.
There we go. Had turned up the wrong knob. So we got him set and ready to go here. We are here talking sports. We're at Duck Crossing Antique Store here again in Elizabethton. 3 floors, over 50 vendors, waiting list to get in the place as far as the vendors. So, and she'll be here in a few minutes to talk about it. And they rocked it with the Covered Bridge days. I mean, they rocked it. It was a busy time. So let's start baseball. Dodgers punched their ticket. They're moving on to battle the Phillies starting on Saturday. We talked about that a few minutes ago. So you look at this baseball team, the Dodgers getting it together. I mean, the Reds kind of backed their way into the playoffs. The Met fans would say we would have done better, but you didn't get it done to prove that. So Dodgers move on. You like them? You think they're getting it together?
I think parts of them are getting together. I think that lineup's coming together at the right time. Mookie Betts is looking like Mookie Betts again. For a while this year, he had his struggles. So, their lineup is deep. It's good. I still have concerns about their bullpen. I truly do. Game 1 specifically did not really ease those concerns for me. 10-2 lead. The Reds hang around, get a few late. I don't feel comfortable about the Dodgers bullpen. Even there last night, the Reds had a couple of bases loaded opportunities and just couldn't cash in. So, starting pitching I think is okay right now for the Dodgers. I really like their lineup, but their bullpen concerns me. And going against this Phillies team, it concerns me a lot because I feel a lot more comfortable about what I'm getting out of Philadelphia than I am Los Angeles at this point in time.
They'll go with Christopher Sanchez. The Dodgers will throw Ohtani on Saturday. It'll be game 1 of that series. It'll be Sunday and Monday in Philadelphia, and it shifts back, as we said a few minutes ago, Wednesday and Thursday next week in L.A. Then if game 5 is necessary, next Saturday a week we'll be back in Philadelphia. Today the Cubs and the Padres on the other National League team. Who settles that one today in Wrigley Field? Who do you like?
I like this Cubs team. I do. I like their lineup a lot. Now, granted, the Padres have also looked great. Their bullpen was fantastic yesterday. Obviously, Mason Miller, the headliner, what he was able to do, being able to paint a corner at 104 is alien. So that there's that. But I do like this Cubs team. I think they'll be able to take advantage of having Wrigley Field, having that the friendly confines there, and I like them to go play the Brewers.
First game today, Detroit and Cleveland. That'll be settled in Cleveland. Again, it's a game 1-1. It's the best of three, obviously. So who wins that one, do you think?
Something about these Guardians, they just don't quite give up, and it's not the prettiest all the time, at least for the casual fan. The small ball, they call it guards ball up there. Bunts, get guys over, infield hits, but it's worked for them to get to this point. I still don't know how much confidence I have in Detroit as a whole, given what I just witnessed throughout their whole September. Now, granted, they eased some of that by getting a Game 1 win, but they couldn't close it out yesterday. So I think the Guardians take the momentum from yesterday and carry it to a Game 3 win.
We'll get his take on the Tennessee-Mississippi State game. He was there, and so we'll get that. The last baseball game tonight, two rookies early for the Red Sox, and Littler will go for the Yankees. A couple of rookies. Who do you like there tonight?
I like Boston. I think Boston gets it done in Yankee Stadium. To me, I don't know what Yankees team I'm getting on a night in, night out basis, specifically defensively. I think their lineup can do some things. I think their bullpen spotty at times, but ultimately I think you can kind of trust it, especially a couple of different guys. But defensively, I still don't know what I'm getting. Now, granted, they've looked better, but there's something kind of that I don't know. I can't quite shake. Would be the best way to put it about the Yankees. I trust the Red Sox to play better fundamental baseball in the clutch here. So with that, I'll lean with the Sox.
Your manager's not coming back next year. Brian Snitker, either he said it or they said it behind closed doors. Somebody encouraged the other party to go, let's let you ride off in the sunset. You okay with that?
Yeah, I think it was time. It was a fantastic run for Brian Snitker as a manager. He takes over as an interim for Frey Gonzalez. It spent 40 years in the minor league system, whereas a assistant coach at the major league level. And then he finally gets a shot. The team does a little bit better that year, and the players kind of go to the front office and say, "Hey, we want this guy to take the interim tag off." So they do. He ends up being doing a fantastic job for a decade. So hats off to Brian Snitker, but I do think ultimately it was time. I think this organization would do well to get a little bit of fresh blood in it, given how the past couple years have went kind of backdooring your way into the wild card last year and missing the playoffs this year. I think it's a good chance to get somebody new in. Ultimate respect to Brian Snitker. I got to ask him a couple questions, throughout the Speedway Classic. Was super professional to deal with all of that. But yeah, I think ultimately the time was just kind of right for both sides to kind of move on to the next managerial opening.
Tia Duggar football coming up today. We'll go in there at 5:45. We're going to do the season finale in Greenville. We'll do video and audio, or audio and video, so we'll have that for you tonight by camera, so it'll be a dandy. Again, the varsity Tia Duggar Cyclones have ran the table. They're going to win, even if they lose today. They've won the conference, and so we're playing for, can we go down and beat them for the first time ever at Burley Stadium? So we'll do that. JV first, varsity in the nightcap. They reverse it how we've been normally doing it. Usually it's varsity first, but in Greenville, they're going to go JV first and varsity, which is fine. We'll do them both for you starting at 5:45 tonight. So that's coming up, and then tomorrow night we'll travel down to Granger. The Grizzlies will take on the 7th-ranked Elizabethton Cyclones. Polls are out this week. High school football. Still no Happy Valley. What do you think about that?
I don't get. They got less votes this week than they did last week, and last week they got less votes than the week before. I don't get it. I've seen this Happy Valley team a couple times, and to say they're not one of the 10 best 2A schools in the state, I'm not sure. Now, granted, I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen a couple of them, right? The 2A is kind of small up here. There's only a 4-team league this year. But They're just a very impressive team. So I don't get that.
So I don't buy the four teams. I mean, you're right, there is, but if you can play, you can play with us. 4 teams or 12 teams
Mm.
in your region. Happy Valley's Happy Valley. They're playing very good football, and they're getting shafted, and they should be at least in the top 10. I don't. They're not number one, of course, but they should be in the top 10. They've earned that. Be that as it may, number one in the single A, McKenzie, the Hampton Bulldogs up 2 notches. They'll go from 8 to number 6 this week. Bulldogs playing some rock solid football. They'll go to Yanaka on Friday night, which I would think would be a heavy favorite to win that ball game. Yanaka's having a tough year, so the Bulldogs playing some good football.
They are. I mean, that was an impressive win they got last week against North Green. Televised win. Left no doubt about that one. But yeah, I would think they're a very heavy favorite against the Rangers this week.
2A Milan's number one in the state. No 2A's in our area in the polls. 3A is Westview. There again, no 3A's either. 4A, different story. Alcoa, that's a surprise. Number one in the state in 4A. Anderson County leapfrogs over Greenville to now number 2 in the state. They were number 4. Greenville stays at number 3. They lost to Sevier County, but again, that's the number 1 team in 5A. In a non-conference, it was an overtime game, so not really that bad of a deal. They'll stay at number 3, and the Cyclones stay at number 7 in the state this week. In 5A, Sevier County stays number 1, and in 6A, Murfreesboro, Oakland. So your local teams basically are Hampton and Elizabethton and Greenville right now. So that's your 3 local teams in the state polls. Here's who plays where. We got a Thursday night game tonight, obviously, being a Thursday, and that would be the Westridge at Morristown West game. What do you think about that one?
I like Westridge to go down and get a win here. You know, they have played some good ball most of the year. Now, last week was a tough loss to Dobbins Bennett, but I mean, this is a Westridge team that isn't built to play from behind. And well, how do you get behind? You turn the ball over 5 times, and that's what they did. So, you know, if they're able to keep the ball off the ground, I like their chances a lot.
Johnson County goes to Abington, going across the state line. Longhorns or the Falcons?
I think I like Abington here. Johnson County's been playing better. You know, they've got a couple region wins under their belt, but this is a solid Abington team. I like them at home.
Claiborne to Chuckydoe, Cosby at Cloudland, Sevier County will go to Cock County, South Green will go to Cumberland Gap. For first place in 6A, Jeff County Dobbins Bennett tomorrow night at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Jeff County coming off that big win over Science Hill, their place. We saw Jeff County, they scrimmaged Elizabethton in the preseason. They can play. They're big and they're physical. They can run, and they got smash mouth football all over the place. Who wins that one, Jeff County or DB?
Jeff County impressed me a lot last week. I did not expect them to do what they did to Science Hill. And because of that, I think they'll ride that momentum into J. Fred and get a win over Dobbins Bennett. This isn't a bad Dobbins Bennett team, but I think Science Hill is maybe a half a hair better than DB. And we saw what Jeff County did to Science Hill. So I don't know if it'll quite be that, but I do like
The
Jeff.
show and tell segment coming up. Ryan Witten joins us top of the hour from the T.A. Duggar football staff. It's game day. It's the final game of the season, as a matter of fact. It's hard to believe we're there, but we is. Cherokee at Greenville, Hancock County to Happy Valley, North Green at Jellicoe tomorrow night. Then you look some other games coming up. Science Hill, Morristown East. Hilltopper's got to turn around and get it kind of right the ship. Can they do it tomorrow night at Morristown East?
I think they can. I think both teams from Morristown, East and West, both have had their struggles this year. I like Science Hill to bounce back in a big way.
You've got Volunteer at Northview Academy tomorrow night in 4A football. That's a big one as far as playoff implications. So Volunteer, we've seen them both. Northview Academy. I like Northview Academy. They're a good football team. I like Volunteer too. There's pieces and parts I like to that team, but I'm really surprised Northview got that big kid number 7 named Phipps, Keaton Phipps, and he's a load. So they're at home, you know, having watched both of these teams play the Cyclones here in the regular season, I would have to give the nod for me, Northview Academy, because you're playing in Kodak at the Cougars' home stadium, which is a really very nice stadium, by the way. Seymour and Sullivan East, those two teams trying to get, somebody's got to get a win tomorrow night. Seymour does it or Sullivan East does it at home?
I like Sullivan East. They've played better football as of late. They fell 5 points short last week. They're back at home. Give me the Patriots.
Crockett and the Stone Castle against Tennessee High. Who gets that one, you think?
I like this Tennessee High team a lot. They're becoming balanced. You know, you think about Tennessee High, you think about their run game and their defense, but their quarterback, Jack Richardson's really been able to throw the ball well, especially the past 3-4-ish weeks or so. And I saw Crockett last week at Gate City, and they struggled against the Gate City, both their fronts. I like Tennessee High here.
Hampton at Unega tomorrow night, and then West Green hosting Gatlinburg-Pittman. Our game, of course, we told you Granger, the Grizzlies, and the Cyclones will do battle. We'll reference the Johnson City Press here. We look at the standings. Greenville and the Cyclones go 1 and 2. Cherokee and Volunteer tied for third. Then you have Northview Academy. Then you have Granger. And Seymour and East are looking for the first win of the league. In fact, East is looking for their first win of the season. They're 0 and 6. They'll play that one tomorrow night at Sullivan East. We'll see East in a couple of weeks at our place. Hello, Helen Blevins. How you doing, lady? So that's your 4A standings. 6A, as we said, DB 2-0, Jeff County 1-0. So they're playing for first place tomorrow night at J. Fred. You're giving a nod to Jeff County, is that right?
I do.
Yep. In 5A football, your top team, no surprise here, the number one team in the state, Sevier County. Then you have Tennessee I, Crockett and Boone, and Morristown West are all lumped in there for that fourth playoff spot. Again, we're week 7, but it is starting to firm up a little bit as to who's going to be playing in the postseason. In 2A, Gatlinburg-Pittman and Johnson County, or I'm sorry, in 3A, Gatlinburg-Pittman, Johnson County, it's GP, and then Johnson County. Then you have Union County and Chuckett Oak. In 2A, as he said, all 4 teams go. All you're playing for in 2A is home field advantage, and right now that would go to South Green and Happy Valley and Cumberland Gap and West Green. So right now it'd be South Green and Happy Valley be at home if they started tonight, and they don't. In single A, Hampton, Cloudland, North Green, and Cosby in that order. So that's what you're looking at as far as the playoffs. But again, they're 3 or 4 weeks away, but still, it's worth talking about. So you go watch the Tennessee Volunteers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs on Saturday. What would you take on that one?
That was certainly not the cleanest game I've ever seen Tennessee play, but when you go on the road, if you can not play a clean game and still win, I think that says a lot about your football team. I really do, and I think that was an impressive job by this Tennessee team to go into Starkville and get that win. Somehow my ears are not ringing still from the cowbells. It is an open-air press box, so
Oh, really?
yeah, it's an open-air press box down there, so I got the cowbell experience down there. But, yeah, and overall, I will say it's a very nice campus down there at Mississippi State. We actually got a chance to go check out their baseball facility before going to football. They had a scrimmage going on, so check that out. Super nice facility, but back to the game. It was it was just a big gut check kind of game for Tennessee to go get that one. So much went against you, turnovers, big plays, the noise, all of that. And you know what it kind of reminded me of, and I know I'm not the first person to say this because I've seen it elsewhere as well. If you think back to the 2021 season when Tennessee hosted Ole Miss came into Neyland, got a hard-fought win, and then the next year you saw Tennessee do what they did. I would not be surprised if it's a similar situation with Mississippi State. I like that Mississippi State team a lot. There are a lot of pieces there I really like. I think next year they have a chance to be a really big problem for a lot of teams in the SEC. So for Tennessee to go in there and get that win, I think a big tip of the cap to the coaching staff, all the players, everybody involved in that operation. That was impressively done.
How loud was the stadium? I mean, how's it compared to Neyland? I know it's a smaller stadium.
Yeah,
Pretty noisy?
The cowbells make it very, very noisy. Now, they have a thing. You can't ring the cowbell once the center is over the ball. They even put up on the video board, rest your bell, just yell.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was kind of clever.
Rest your bell, just yell. There you go.
Yep, and then as soon as the ball snapped, the clang, it comes back. But for those few seconds the cowbells aren't going, meh. It sounds about like an NFL stadium, which makes sense. It's about 60-ish thousand people. Mm. Now, Tennessee fans kind of took over the visitor side. I don't know if you got to see much of the TV copy.
Yep.
From my view at the press box, it was a pretty heavily orange on that side of the stadium. So, wasn't quite full throat Davis Wade Stadium, but you get the cowbells rolling, all of that. It gets pretty noisy.
Our lunch bet before I let you go. So, again, balls are off this week. Got Arkansas coming to town with a new coach. They fired Pittman, as we know. It happened on Monday. Bobby Petrino now the interim head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Will that change the dynamics of that team? They've been struggling, so a new coach, in essence, fresh blood as the head man. Does that give him a little jump and in the morale department at Arkansas?
Maybe, I don't know. The thing that intrigues me is Bobby Petrino basically has gotten rid of most all of the defensive staff since he's taken over as the interim head coach. So yesterday at Josh Heupel's press conference, I didn't get a chance to go down, but I watched some of it, and somebody asked him, how does that change what you do prep wise for this game? It's like, yeah, we basically have to go back super far, dig through a bunch of stuff because we don't really know what we're going to get defensively from Arkansas with them making this staff change. So it very well could have an impact. Now, I could either see a tight upset or I can see Tennessee blowing them out. And luckily it's not game week, so I have more time to kind of think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But it very well could have an impact on this Arkansas team. I like their offense has been good most all year. Last week against Notre Dame, notwithstanding. Their quarterback's been solid most of the year. So, I don't expect Arkansas to just roll over once they get to Neyland.
Oh, no, because it'd be a great statement right out of the chute for Bobby Petrino for his team to come in here on his first game as the interim head coach, and he's trying to make a point and prove himself to become take that interim off the tag of the coach at the end of the season, which they said, Yurachek, the athletic director, said, if you win, we're going to keep you, you're going to stay. So it's kind of like we're going to throw it out there as a challenge and see what you do. So, yeah, I would think they're down there burning the midnight oil in Arkansas. They got a week off, too, to come to Neyland to get ready for the Vols next Saturday. So I think you'll see a rejuvenated Arkansas team. No knocks on Sam Pittman, but it's a performance-oriented business, and he didn't get it done, not to the liking of the people that signed the check. So the new guy's Petrino, and I bet you it's going to be a heck of a football game next Saturday. Tennessee should win because you're at home, but I think Arkansas is going to give them a push, and we'll see because it's a week out. This week it's Miami at Florida State. Who do you like there? It's a top 25 matchup.
Tallahassee's going to be a hornet's nest for this game. It really will be. I don't think people, especially that focus more on SEC ball, don't fully understand the vitriol between Miami and Florida State, but it's there. And this is Florida State's chance to kind of bounce back at home after getting upset at UVA. I think I like Florida State to pull the upset here. I think I do. That place is going to be rocking. I don't know if Miami has seen an environment like this. Carson Beck has, but I don't know about the entirety of this year's team. So I think it'll be a chance for a little wake-up call for Miami. But yeah, I think the Noles get it done at home, pull the upset.
I think Miami's overrated. I think we'll find that out this week. The other one is Vanderbilt and Alabama. That's the other top 25 matchup. You like the Commodores? You like the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa?
Vanderbilt's a more talented team than they were last year, just overall as a roster. But I do think Alabama gets the win at home. I don't think that there's going to be much surprise for Vandy this year. I felt like there was a little bit last year. I think it'll be a decent game. I think Vandy will be able to hang in for a while, but I do think Alabama riding high after the Georgia win will be able to come home and get it done.
Coach Enzer will be in a little while. Again, the golf coach at Elizabethton High School. His team qualified for the state golf tournament for the first time in a long time, if ever. We'll let him tell you that coming up here in a little while. Ryan Witten joins us, and also some ladies from the Milligan flag football team will be joining us here in a few minutes, and along with Misty, who owns Doug Crossing. We are. She got some show and tell. Last thing is our lunch bet. Your Titans are 0-4. My Raiders are 1-3. So right now I'm a game up for my free lunch bet. We've got the Colts in Indianapolis on Sunday, which is not good. The Titans go where on Sunday?
They will be in Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
That's not good either.
That's not great either.
No, so
there's less and less reason for confidence by the week for I think both of our teams really here.
Oh no, not mine. And I'm up by one, so no.
I mean, fair, but
don't throw me under the bus. We're winning, baby. By one.
By one. A week one win over the Patriots is the difference in this one.
That's it.
Yeah, the Titans are bad. They're really bad. They are getting worse by the week. Brian Callahan hands off play calling duties to the quarterback's coach, and they get shut out.
Yeah.
It's just
not good.
Everything is bad. I think Cam Ward is. It's hard for me to judge Cam Ward and everything that's around him. He's good for a splash play or two, but it's also like I feel like he's looking a little bit worse. He looked a little bit worse last week than he did week one against Denver. So it's
He's whipped. His shoulders are slumping.
yeah, it's not good.
He's down in the dumps.
I'm already setting aside some savings for January
Set it
here.
back, Bubba, because you're going to feed me. The lunch bet's on. My Raiders will get more wins than his Titans, and right now we got one. We're 1-3, and they're 0-4, and so But in all seriousness, in the National Football League, I mean, you got guys kicking 60, 65, almost 70-yard field goals. So you can't score in an NFL game with the kicking game the way it is now, and these guys are booming them from that far out. Well, quite frankly, you can start thinking about field goals at the 40 or on your 40 or 45-yard line the way they're kicking now. So you can't score in an NFL football game.
They
That's
did miss
bad,
Joey
bad.
Slye did miss 2 field goals, so they got into field goal range twice. Never the red zone.
Yeah.
They did not get in the red zone once.
No.
Neither team got in the red zone in that Houston Tennessee game till the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That was just an ugly football game for both teams, really. But yeah, it was really bad for the Titans. It's all not good.
No. So for my money, when you can't score in the National Football League with the way these guys are kicking them, you're talking kick them here at the covered bridge and get it with accuracy. Now you can't score points, you're a bad, bad football team, and the Titans are. Raiders aren't much better, but at least we got one win over year 0-4. So we'll see you next week. Good man. Andrew
sir.
Smith, Sports Writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. We'll be right back. Misty's here with Show and Tell, the owner of Duck Crossing, where we are, broadcasting live on show number 2371. We're on our way to 2400. We're down inside of, obviously, 30. We're at 29 shows away from 2400 shows on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church here in Elizabethton, and we wanted to let you know about a couple of special events we have at the church in our fall season. And of course, fall is my favorite time of the year. I love the mountains and the color and the leaves. But we want to invite you to our annual homecoming. That's Sunday morning, October the 12th, and that is a Sunday school hour at 10 o'clock. We'll have combined Sunday school and a special group singing. That's the Andrew Johnson family from out in Texas, and they'll be with us also in the 11 o'clock hour and a Bible message. Then following special Sunday school hour and then that morning service, we have dinner on the grounds, and that's always a wonderful time. And then the following Saturday, October the 18th, is our annual fall festival, and that's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And so we want to give you a personal invitation for you and your family, and we'd love to have you to either one of these days or any other day, and we'd love to see you soon.
Therapy services, great. YPTS.
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations?
1975 West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the medical care building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical therapy services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Here we are. She's here, ladies and gentlemen. We're at her place. 3 floors. How many vendors?
We have over 50 vendors.
Over 50 vendors with a waiting list. So here it is. We told you the countdown to Christmas. We're at 83 days till Christmas Eve.
Wow.
So we're going to talk fall here now, but you do have a layaway, do you not?
We do.
Yeah,
We do. We
so-
have old-fashioned layaway, no charge, no fees or anything, and it's 3 months.
See there?
So it's perfect timing.
So if you want to come in and see something and go, okay, I want to set that back and come back and get it. Or in some cases, I know when my girls were little, I had to keep stuff away from them and keep them at the stores because they were snoops. So if you just want to keep it here, you can do it that way too. So Lisa Baker says, hello, Misty. So there you go. That's our buddy Baker. She says hello to me too. Thank you, Baker. That's sweet of you. So Nice that she can include me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sweet of her. So, hey, Misty. Oh yeah. By the way, hey Tom, how you doing? Good. So, Cover Bridge Days, you had a good crowd in here, didn't you, for the
Yeah,
weekend?
we had a good weekend. We did.
Yeah.
It's people come from all over. It's a bit.
Way, but we're gonna.
I mean, that's something that the kids can do, and even some people make those little applesauce ornaments and things, and you can use. So we've got all kinds of little cookie cutters.
These are lumped together for $5 a set of four. Can't beat that. This one's got the little rubber top on where you can put your hands on for $5. So that's what I like about Duck Crossing.
Yeah, all kinds of different stuff.
This is a
Ghost.
ghost cookie cutter. There you go. It goes for $2. Wow, that's neat.
And that's one that has like the little impression on
Yeah.
it, and it's
This is
two.
$2 too. Here's a pumpkin cookie cutter. So hello, Jimmy Stout down in Atlanta, and Johnny Markland. How you doing? So this is
Okay. So these are some vintage, and I was going to say these are from the 90s. So 90s is vintage. Isn't that weird? I mean, that
tells
just
us
seems like
we're old.
yesterday. So vintage is over 20, some people say 20, some people say 25 years. But these are all from the 90s, and they've got the 90s look. I've got quite a few girls that are my daughter's ages that have been coming in and loving this 90s Halloween stuff.
I like this.
It's cool.
These are metal, by the way. This is a pumpkin for $4. Happy Halloween for $4. And the first one we showed was a couple of pumpkins in a pumpkin patch for $4. Again, that's why we come out to these locations to do show and tell. So these are $4 a piece.
And we've got lots of different little vintage Halloween platters and, party goods and things like that.
Okay.
These are the old, now this is more of my time, the 70s and 80s.
Trick or treat
bags. So
bags.
remember whenever people used to put your treats, they would actually make them and put like Chex Mix or some of those things, candy apple. So these are the old bags. I think they're so cool. So they're unused bags, of course, but you just don't ever see those.
Nope. These
So
are $4,
again, from
by
like
the
the
way.
70s or 80s.
How neat. Those are $4 too. So
Look at this little guy. Isn't he cute?
I like this guy. This guy may go home with me. So a Hug-a-Chum. Hug-a-Chum? Did I say Hug-a-Chum?
Hug-a-Chum,
Hug-a-Chum
1980.
Jack-o'-lantern from 1980. Is that not cool? It's what would you call it? Stuffed? Not stuffed. What would you call this? You have the
Yeah,
bet.
it's be stuffed. What were you thinking?
I don't know.
I'd say a little stuffed pumpkin.
Little stuffed pumpkins, $18, less than $20 for that. Look at that. Be cool to sit on the table somewhere, outside on the porch or inside. Oh, I
And
like
then
that one too.
these are actually one of my vendors, Barbara, who
This
was
is-
in her 80s. She makes these.
Wow, this is cool. Look
so
at that.
she has all kinds of different, with the little,
Oh,
little wood spool.
Spool on top of it. Yeah, look at that. Is that not cool? $12.95 for that. Is that not cool?
And she
I
has
like that.
different little themes, like that one's quilt theme. Look at this one for your the wine lover.
Yep, you like wine, and it's a cork on the top of it for the stem of the pumpkin.
Yeah,
That's pretty
and
cute.
some grapes.
Same thing,
So
$12.95.
yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
all the same price. She's got a good selection of them that she's brought in.
Here's another sewing spool as a stem of the pumpkin, and this is some
Like a
plaid,
quilt.
calico kind of quilt theme going here for $12.95. These are neat, very nice, very
Okay.
affordable,
Yes.
and they're handmade, and these are
And
unique,
a neat little thing
one
you
of a
could
kind
take to
things.
like your teacher or something.
Yeah.
Just a little gift if you want to take a gift with you.
She always brings the coolest things to show and tell. So
So this is another thing. Now this is not handmade by one of my vendors, but we purchased these at estate sales and things. The embroidery and the cross stitch and
yeah,
all those things. But that one is so cute. The little pumpkin trick or treater scene.
It's already framed, ready to go for $18.99
Oh my
for that.
goodness! And I mean that would take months. It would take
Hours
me
and
a year.
hours. Yes,
So I just thought that was adorable.
love it. Hello, Johnny Markland. How you doing, sir? Watching the show in Helen Blevins. We're live here at the Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabeth, in the antique store. 3 floors, 50 vendors. She's got a waiting list to get in here.
So these are some books. Now these are again from the 90s,
Mhm.
which again, hard to believe that's vintage. But that's the old pop-up books.
That bothers you, doesn't it? The 90s are vintage
Well,
road.
it just seems like it was yesterday.
It was.
I mean, like I think of like 1950 for
Yeah.
a long time ago.
So the
60.
90s are now considered vintage.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We've
Ghost and
passed the
Ghouls.
25 mark.
A scary pop-up book for $8 right here. Again, here, look at that.
Isn't that fun?
That is cool. So,
And these are new. They haven't been used before. And look, a Halloween coloring book, never used.
how neat.
Isn't
For
that cute?
$4. A Halloween. Ryan Witten comes up next, by the way, coach of Tia Duggar Fighting Cyclones. So, a Halloween coloring book for $4. I don't know if I've ever seen a Halloween coloring book. That's pretty cool. All
So
right.
this one is 1982, and that's whenever sometimes we would. Probably is during the time that we had the plastic mask, which we do have some of those, that you can't breathe in.
The old time it was had a little elastic
Yes,
strap on it.
yes, the little
yeah.
eye. So somebody came up with make your own mask,
Yeah.
so you don't have to wear the plastic ones. But we do have a couple of those plastic. I don't think they're really wearable anymore,
Mhm.
but they're good display.
I'll sit right over
of
there, yep.
things. Yeah. So we got a couple GI Joe and those things. Not really
Why don't you
practical.
show them on the next segment?
Okay.
Cool. These are Halloween masks, a book where you can cut them out and use them for
And
the
it
mask.
hasn't even been used at all.
And it goes for $7.
And
all right?
we've just got all kinds of different little Halloween books, and there's a Halloween recipe.
Let me show them one by one. You take
Yeah.
this one.
Okay.
This is the Halloween Frightfully Fun Recipes, making how to make cookies and really cool things for $3. How about that? A Halloween recipe book. Showing how to make some cool treats. Look here, little ghosts and little cats and scarecrow candies and cookies for $3. This one's called 10 Timid Ghosts for $1.50. Is that book.
And as a grandma, I like to give not candy. They
Sure.
give lots of candy. So,
Candy all the
this
time.
is like some things that I'll probably give my little grandbabies.
Halloween cats for $1.50. So it's first off, it's cool, it's something unique, and these are one of a kind. And number two, it's not going to cost an arm and a leg to get them.
Magic School Bus
Magic School Bus for $1.50
from the 90s again.
from the 90s.
Oh, the Magic School Bus has bat wings on. Oh, it does. Isn't that funny? Look at him. Look at Miss Frizzle. She is.
She knows her names, Miss Frizzle, and the school bus has got
Did
bat
you
wings
never
on.
watch the Magic
No,
School Bus with
no,
your
that's
kids?
Nope. Never got into that. What was
Oh.
that purple dude who had to watch all the time?
Oh,
Barney?
Barney.
Oh.
Yes. Now I can sing all
Oh.
his songs if you have a request.
And then the Bob and Larry.
Oh, the VeggieTales.
VeggieTales. Oh no, we were hot on the VeggieTales. We had about 500 of those DVDs. 16 Runaway Pumpkins. Here's another book for $1. How about that? 16 Runaway Pumpkins. And she's right. This is better than candy, so you can stimulate the brain on these books. And here's a Halloween Scare hardback book, Halloween Scare in New York. And this goes for it's a little bit more for $5, but still, look at that. That is awesome. So these are just some of the options you have here at the old Duck Crossing. Now, what are people looking for? Anybody looking? I know last time we were here was Tupperware.
Yes, they're looking for the vintage Halloween. Sarah's going to bring on some vintage jewelry and some costumes. She's going to have some costumes to show you. We have a lot of different costumes, not just like per se costumes, but things that you can use to make your own costume.
Oh, really?
Different themes, princesses and a patient. We've got like some hospital gown and some capes for people that like to do like the Harry Potter, their graduation capes, but they also look like a wizard.
What was the first Halloween costume you remember going out as a little girl?
Gosh, I don't know, but it was something that had the face.
Oh, the mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, and had the elastic. And you pull. My
Yes.
brother would pull
Oh,
back
yes.
and pop him on the back of the head.
Yeah.
He'd cry and squall.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And we used to wear. Like, when you say what do you think of, I think about this picture that we have, and me and my sister both did dance, and so my mom, get her money out of the dance recital. Lots of times that's what we wore for our dance recital outfits. So we'd be freezing out there, in these little
You didn't care.
tutus, but we got to use the
Sure.
dress twice.
Yeah, you didn't care. You got a chance to use them twice. So neat stuff. So we were a snowflake.
You were Snowflake?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, there's a picture somewhere. I don't know where it's at, and it'll stay wherever it's at. But she took a sheet and cut a hole in it. I was like 3 or 4 years old. I could see this. She cut it and put it down, and she took pipe cleaners, the old pipe cleaners,
Yeah.
and dipped them in glitter and stuck it on my head somehow so it looked like a snowflake pattern and sent me out.
How fun.
I can still remember the lady about 4 doors down. We went up and rang the doorbells, me and my brothers, and they all get theirs. I'm the littlest one, and so they get theirs. He moves, and then there I go up to the front. She goes, "What's wrong with him?" I'll never forget her saying that.
Aw.
What's wrong with him? I was 4 years old. I can still remember that. I've been scarred ever since then. My first Halloween, I was a snowflake. Really?
Maybe
Mom.
that's why you've got like the white hair and beard now.
Yeah, whatever. So don't try to help me. It's like, Mom, what were you thinking to send me out as a snowflake, for God's sakes? But
That's
she
funny.
did, and it was
different.
Oh, it was different, all right. I was a scourge in the neighborhood for weeks. Of course, my brothers would, every day they'd go, "You look so stupid as a snowflake." 2 weeks later, you're such a nerd. Oh yeah, you know how brothers do. Oh yeah. So anyway, that was my first one, was a snowflake. All right, so here we go. We're going to get her to talk about, because we are inside, we're right at 83 days, Christmas Eve. So I want her to tell you why you should come and shop here for the holidays. So here we're going to hit the magic button. We're talking to our buddy Misty Counts, owner of Duck Crossing, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. Holidays are upon us. Why shop for Christmas and the holidays at Duck Crossing?
Because we have a great selection of vintage Christmas things that you can't find anywhere else, one-of-a-kind things, handmade things, and not necessarily handmade now, but handmade when people used to make everything on their trees. We have over 50 vendors on 3 floors. We have vintage clothes for Christmas, the vintage Christmas sweaters, but also just vintage, clothing that you can wear, coats. We have great prices. A lot of people, comment about how our prices are very reasonable for being an antique store. We have 75% of our items are vintage or older. So that's our little niche, is having more vintage and antiques than the new. But we do have some new mixed in.
Shopping for the holidays. The hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 5:30. Saturdays 10 to 6, and of course when we have the special holiday events, we always are open for those.
Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook at Duck Crossing Elizabethton, and on Instagram at Duck Crossing Antiques.
And we have a phone, of course. The magic phone number is 423
518-1858.
1858. The Duck Crossing, downtown Elizabethton, great sponsor of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Holiday shopping, do it right here at the Duck Crossing. There you go.
Okay.
We just made a commercial. Good job, lady. So, hello, Deb Winters. That's a new name. Thank you for watching. We're going to take a break. Ryan Witten's here. He's here with Tia Duggar football, and then Coach Inzer's here. He's getting ready to take his golf team to the state golf tournament, which is pretty cool, from Elizabethton High School. So,
yeah.
And then she'll be back, and Sarah's going to be back.
Sarah, yes.
Sarah will be here. She's not back. She's not been here yet, but she'll be here talking to us. So we've got all that straight ahead. We've got lots to talk about. We'll take a break, and we'll come right back after this from our great sponsor. And it is, let me get up here where they are so I can tell you about Double C Western Supply, the Cowboy Store, and more. She joins us next right here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Double C Western Supply in Elizabethton, your Cowboy store, and so much more. We have shoes and boots for guys and gals. We have kids' boots and shoes for the little people, too. Ball caps, Marriott Wrangler, a large selection of Huey. We have purses, billfolds, handbags. We carry a full line of Montana Silversmith jewelry. We have both Lane Frost and Huey cologne and perfumes. We even have several styles of rugs to choose from, and a large kids section full of boots and shoes and jeans and dresses and even stuffed animals. And jeans, and more jeans, both work and casual for guys and gals. Ariat and Wrangler in all sizes and styles. T-shirts for men, women, and kids. For cold weather, we have fleece tops and sweaters. And racks full of men's shirts, including the George Strait line from Wrangler. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts for men and women. Vests and jackets for the cold days and nights for the guys and the ladies. We have a full line of tack and cowboy hats for cowboys and cowgirls, along with belts and a great selection of saddles. So you see, it is a cowboy store and more. Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street, Elizabethton. Find us on Facebook and at doublecwesternsupply.com.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, it's game day. You fired up?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
which
got time to go. This
Time
is the
to
one
go.
you circle right here.
Right here, this
Yes,
it?
this is it. Yep.
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 His
Yep.
legs,
Yeah.
bobbing.
Yeah.
You know he's fired up.
Yep.
When Sean comes, his legs bobbing. When
Yeah.
Ryan comes, his legs bobbing because
Yeah.
it's game day. It's on.
It is. It is. It's
Yeah.
exciting. It's good. Both programs are top notch. You know, they've made us better. We've made them better. You know, so it's going to be a physical matchup down there. Burley Stadium. It always is. Always been since I was a little boy. As long as I can remember, that's what it's about. So the most physical team will win tonight.
JV record, we're 7-0. They are 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you all you need to know there. Then the varsity is 7-0. We won the conference. They are 5-3. So this is a pride game, and quite frankly, they both could be 0-10. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
on.
no, it doesn't matter.
It's
No, you
on.
circle this. We've done our kids, our community's done a really good job of just really focusing on the next day, the next game. But when you get the schedule, everybody looks at this one, you know. And our conference commissioner does a good job of making sure the rivalry games are at the end. Us and Greenville, Libertyville, Indian Trail, Sevier and Robinson. So it's really cool how they do that, kind of like a rivalry ending, and no better way to go than go down there and gets our community's used to going down there, and it'll get our guys ready to go in that stadium. You know, I like it because the sidelines are close. A lot of intensity, and that's why we do the things that we do, is because this matchup tonight is why we lift weights, why we do the 7-on-7s, why we run the sprints. It's why we do what we do is for this moment.
For the green and white.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we'll be there. We'll do audio and video starting at, JV's at 6. We'll go on there about 5:45, video and audio. So thanks to Greenville. They said no to the high school game, but the middle school said, yeah, come down and stream it. So we're going to stream it. We'll have camera, and we'll bring it to you. It's funny because back home, people, I was talking to some of my buddies last week, and they said, you do, of course, up home they call it junior high. You doing a junior high game on the internet? I said, oh, yeah. Watch them and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
So he watched it before he watched the Crocker game. A buddy did. He said, good night. They beat some of our high school teams up here. I said, they beat some of the high school teams down here. Are you kidding me? They can play.
Yeah.
Our players the game last week, we got after Crockett pretty good.
Yeah, it was quick. Yeah.
It was Preston Estep.
Yes, sir.
He's doing a great job
Yeah,
snapping the ball.
he moved in. Cole Reese hurt his knee, so he's been in the center the last 2 weeks. So Preston's he's played every position on the line since 6th grade. It's a prime example of Preston didn't play until 6th grade, you know, so you can start when you're 5 or you can start when you're in 6th grade. It doesn't matter to us. We just want you to at least attempt football. If you go to city schools, we at least want you to attempt it once.
Yep. He was the player of the game. The other player of the game last week was Carson Lyons.
Oh, yeah, Carson's an awesome player. He moved down to defensive end. He really was a linebacker, but we felt like we needed some help down there with his length and his explosiveness, and he really puts those tackles on an island when they try to block him when they pass, you know. So it's awesome to have Carson there, and then he obviously runs the ball, catches the ball. He does whatever. Carson leads by example. He's just like all the guys that I've talked to over the last couple of years. They're premier athletes, but they're even better kids. So it's easy for me to cheer for them and pull for them, and easy for us to follow their lead.
And our third player of the game last week was Axel Matherly.
Oh yeah, Axel's awesome linebacker. Played Cyclone Sports all his life. Good linebackers. Kind of really come into his own the last couple weeks, and then he helps us tight end. I'd like for him to help us a little bit more in the third and fourth quarter because he gets tired, but because he kind of disappears on me on the offensive side of the ball. But we got to have him as our Mike linebacker, and he does a phenomenal job. Good family, always very supportive, always involved in our fundraisers and everything that we do. So we're those guys that you named, they're eighth graders, been in our program 3 years, and we're gonna miss them. We're gonna miss them next year.
But Coach Witten's going to be glad to coming up,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee you. Oh, yeah. We got a good crop coming up. Now, the JV, we did that one last week. We're going to do it tonight, too. We're going there with the JV at 5:45, audio and video. So last week, we got after him pretty good. We won that one going away. Our three players last week were Cooper Fair.
Yep, Cooper's awesome. Yeah, he does a great job, plays wide receiver. Dad played here, granddad played here, awesome young man. He's really, really smart. We've been on him about, stepping up more and more and more. So Cooper does great.
The other player of the game, there's three of them we did for the JV, was a guy named Witten. Right?
Yeah,
Witten.
right. Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah,
Pretty good.
I'm on him too, pretty hard. Yeah, so he's probably ready to go on up to his dad here in a couple of years too. But he's got one more. He got one more game, and then gets a little break from me.
Break from
Uncle
Ryan.
Yeah, for a couple weeks, and then we'll start back up. But yeah, he does good. We ask him to do a lot of things. He plays 4 positions, 8 quarters. We ask him doing a lot of things, run the offense and play. But we're super proud of him.
Is that tough? Because when I played in high school, the coach's son was the point guard, and everybody he really had to make him.
Right.
It had to be harder on him because we go in the locker room and go,
Yeah.
well, Mark got by with murder today in practice. So is it tough to coach your nephew?
No, I love it. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm hard on him. I'm hard on all the guys. I'm hard on them. Doesn't matter who they are. So it doesn't matter to me. I got a job to do. It's important to our community that those kids play well. It's important to our community that we put a product on the field that represents our community, blue collar, discipline, attitude, accountability. So, but I love it. It's awesome to see him grow, and he's like me. He's always wanted to be a Cyclone, and here he is on the field. It's pretty awesome. And they got a great group, so I'm hard on that group too.
Hello, Sarah Harden. Thank you for watching. Jesse Harden, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia watching. So we'll go in there at 5:45 tonight with the JV. The other player of the game, at the first of the week Joseph and I did the game. He made 4 or 5 tackles right out of the chute, and so Joseph said this guy's the player of the game, and deservedly so, was Will Lewis.
Oh yeah, Will's awesome. Yeah, I'm on him too. Pretty good as well. So Will's the leader of our defense. I wish he would communicate a little bit more, but he does a good job. He kind of runs the defense. He's the quarterback and does a really good job. Grew up playing for Sean in the youth league and with Ryder and Cooper and those guys mentioned before. But he does good. Yeah, he doesn't look like a Mike linebacker, but he kind of owns the spot, and that's half the battle.
So all these kids, for those of you out there watching that aren't from here, all these kids started at Junior Cyclones. They move up to the middle school, excuse me, where they are now. They move right on up to the high school. A lot of schools do that. But here with the Junior Cyclone program, they start out each other, 5, 6 years old?
5, 6 years old, yep. And we try to keep them together. They divide up into teams just so they get equal, more playing time and coached. And so we divide them up just because we don't want – it's hard to get them all in a and once you get over about 25, 30, it's hard to get them in a running clock game. So we divide them up. Luckily, we have enough volunteers to do it. So we're one of the few programs who have an orange and a black. And then it's my job when they get 6th grade to bring them all together. And so we don't play each other in Junior Cyclones. But, we want them to make sure that when they get to 6th grade, they're ready to go to combine. And the competition is real, right? There's no the hardest part is practice. We want practice to be harder than it is the game, so that when we get to the games, it's easy, And so they've seen everything. They're prepared. We have all the resources that pretty much the high school does with huddle and the coaches trading film. So we really want the kids to be prepared, and so they can learn. So when they get to high school, it becomes even easier transition.
So this is it for the 8th graders. This is the final game of the season, and so they've already won the conference championship. We're going to talk about that in a second. So for you as a coach, is it tough to see these 8th graders like, okay, they're almost like your sons to a point. This is it. Now they move up. This is your last game with those 8th graders.
Yeah.
Is that tough for you?
Yeah, it is. Especially the older you get, you're like, man, but that's part of the business is you get them to you, and try to teach them, and hopefully you learn something from them, or they learn something from you, because y'all know that what I learned from them is just something every single day. Try to build a bond that's unbreakable, that's bigger than football, and so I think we do that. I think we do a pretty good job of that. But it's sad, but these guys it's time, they've done everything. This eighth grade crew is 21-2. There's nothing else they can do. They've done everything that they can do in middle school, and tonight caps it off, and hopefully it's a big win down there. And if it's not, then then we weren't good enough, and that's okay. But they've done everything. They've lifted the weights. They've ran the sprints. They've practiced. There's some kids that have been Cyclone football since 5 years old, and they've never missed a practice, And so those are the guys that we're gonna count on. Those are the guys that we're gonna lean on tonight when it's tough and it's third down and fourth down and the fourth quarter. We're gonna lean on those guys who have been in the fire, and no different than Friday nights, no different than Sunday NFL football. They're gonna lean on the experience, and hopefully that the lifting weights and the sprints and the practices and all the things that we do that no one sees, hopefully that transitions tonight, and that helps us bring home the win.
Coach Injur joins us coming over in a second, taking the golf team to the state golf tournament, which is awesome, from Elizabethton High School. So the numbers over the last 13 years, what we got now? 90.
Yeah, we're 94-19.
94-19.
Yeah.
We're the conference champs now for how many years? Because we won it outright.
This will be the fourth outright one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Smallest school in the league.
Yeah.
Fourth outright. Makes you proud, don't it?
Yeah, it just shows you what kind of kids we have. That they don't back down from anybody. They don't flinch. They're not afraid of work. Their parents are very encouraging. Yeah, there's a few that quit, and there's a few that get upset. But at the end of the day, they're champions, and that's the eighth graders. It seems like every single year we're talking about eighth graders who have that champion heart, that mindset that, hey, I won't back down. And it only help them in life, right? When they go get that interview for that job they want and they don't get it, they don't go home and cry. They go home and they get better, and they go find something that they can do to support their family. So we always have this saying that don't flinch. We want to be the toughest team every time we take the field. It's no different than our Milligan flag team. So we learned that from our granddad, and we just hope that it continues, and our community is proud of the product we put out there.
So this eighth grade class is 21-2, which is extremely impressive to say the least. That's kind of an understatement. So what's the keys to win this thing tonight? What we got to do?
Yeah, we got to be physical. We got to get off to a fast start. 5 of the 7 games that we've played, we've scored on the first play of the game, which is nice to be up 6-0, going into it. So we got to play fast. We got it's switched up. The JV plays first, and they'll have eighth grade night for them, and then we'll get to take the field. But we just got to start fast. We got to be physical. If we can get up, we got to kind of keep the pressure on them. They've got a 7th grade quarterback. He's a coach's son. He's the wide receiver coach for the high school team. So kid's really smart. Got a couple good running backs. Big defensive ends. We got to kind of occupy them with 2 or 3 people to double them, and then just play Cyclone football. Our kids are relaxed. The hardest part is for me is getting there, so I want it for them just as bad as they want it. So it's and I don't want it for me, I want it for them, for our community. It's really important for our community that we have a good football team.
5:45 airtime tonight. 6 o'clock kickoff. JV comes first. We'll do audio and video. These girls can't wait to get over. Look at it. They are chomping.
They are. They got 2 good ones right here too. They'll talk a lot for you today. So,
They got 2 of the Milligan University flag football team members that. Of course, he's the head coach. And what was it, 21-4 last year?
Yeah, we were pretty good last year.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
3 wins, 10 wins, to 21 wins.
Yeah, that first year I was just like an advisor. I really wasn't the coach, but I just was there, and then that's how they hooked me. They're like, "Hey, can you come to a game?" And I was like, "Ma'am, do you care if I call a play?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was just there like a fan,
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I was like, I didn't like it. I was over there itching. I was like getting a rash.
Chomping.
Yeah, I was chomping at the bit,
Yeah.
I was like, "Can I call a play?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I called a play, and it worked.
And you're in.
And then they're like, "Hey, can you come next day?"
Here's the whistle and the clipboard.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you're
exactly.
now coach.
Yeah.
So you went from 10 to 21 then, right?
Yeah, because I got good people like them around.
Yep. Before I let him go, tomorrow night, the big boys jump on the bus and hit our longest trip of the year. We'll go go to Granger to battle the Grizzlies, who
Yeah.
are chomping to knock off the Cyclones. They've never beaten us.
Mhm.
So obviously everybody knows what a tough week last week. We lose. What a great kid. Red Slago, our quarterback's gone. He broke his ankle, and so he will be back for baseball, but he's done for football.
Yeah.
So, and we had the head ball coach on Monday. He said, man, and he was almost in tears. He said, look, these guys are seniors. He's not coming back. He said, I hate it, but we got a football game, so it's next man up. So here we go. And last week, Bryson Blevins, a freshman, they
Yeah.
threw him to the fire, and he
Yeah.
responded. That was a
Yeah.
heck of a touchdown throw.
That was a great throw. Bryson's been he's a gamer. He's ready to go. He's been training to be the Cyclone quarterback since he's 5 years old. He's one of my first kids I ever had at Witten Huddle. We had, he was throwing the ball at 5 years old, so kids couldn't catch it. It's going off their head and their back and everywhere else, breaking a few fingers. But Bryson's awesome. He's good parents. He's a Cyclone. His dad was a Cyclone. Mom was a Cyclone. So Bryson will be ready. He got a good surrounding crew. Bryson's always been good about spreading the ball around with each other. But losing Rhett is tough. 3-year starter. Rhett's another one. I remember the phone call. His mom and dad are on the way back from the beach, and Rhett and Owen decided they wanted to play football on Monday, and so they called me and was like, hey, can you get our kids ready to go? But Rhett's a warrior. He's a champion. The last time our Teodoro team went undefeated, Rhett was the quarterback and a football player. Rhett's he's born to be a Cyclone. His family's a Cyclones, and so you can't go wrong when you have kids like that in your program. So it doesn't matter what position they play. Doesn't matter, as long as they're on the field, as long as they're part of the program, you're only going to be better.
Players of the game, of course, Coach will take them for me. And I appreciate him doing this. He takes them and hands out the awards of practice to the kids, and so he's taking those to the Teodoro kids today. The high school kids, hang on. Excuse me, the high school kids, player of the game last week, Braden Rainwater.
Oh, yeah, Braden's awesome, yeah. Come back from ACL surgery. He's another Cyclone lifer. Great leadership, anchors those linemen down, and does a really good job.
Sammy Orsburn was a player of the game
Oh, yeah,
last week.
Samuel's awesome. Samuel does a great job. He played Teodoro football. He's an outside linebacker. And it's tough because 1 week you're playing the pass, and 1 week you're playing the run. Lately it's been the run, so he's done a really good job.
William McDuffie goes over 100 yards last week, scores a touchdown. He's our player of the game.
Yeah, William's awesome. Will McDuffie, he does a great job. First time I ever trained Will up at Star Fitness, we were doing a fumble drill, and he knocked about 7 bleachers down. I was like, easy, honey, So, but Will's awesome. He's hard nosed. He, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, and he's pound for pound one of the toughest kids in the state of Tennessee.
Punishes you when he runs
Yeah,
that football.
He does.
The last one's a kid got his big touchdown catch, Braylon Britt.
Oh, yeah, Braylon's good. We've been waiting on Braylon to get healthy and get back, and he's got elite speed, great hand-eye coordination, great athleticism. So, it's time for Braylon to take over.
They all get free food from Poor Trav's Deli, and they also get a free drink from Tuffy's Cafe. So you're going to take them to have
That's right, yeah.
pass them out. So it's
Awesome.
game day.
Yeah, game
We'll
day.
have a big crowd down there tonight.
Oh, yeah, it'll be good. The whole school, a lot of teammates, our classmates, and the students are going to be watching you. So don't be surprised if you got a bunch of people on there watching from on your channel. And but we're just excited, and we hate to see it come to an end, but it's time. It's time to move the kids to finish up, wrap it up, and then they can go on and do their other own things. I tell them all the time, when the bus hits the student parking lot, life changes, because when those doors open, everybody goes 90 different ways. And it's been a good run. We've had a great season. We've had a lot of fun. A lot of kids got a lot of playing time and a lot of growth. But all the years, this is my 28th year coaching. It's been one of my funnest years I've ever got to coach. So it's been a lot. Winning helps that. But the 4 home game stand was nice. It was nice to be at home,
yeah.
Especially when the state made us go Hawkins County back-to-back weeks. Like, come on, man, like who does that, But anyway, we'll talk about that another day. But it's been a great run. It's been a great season, and hopefully we cap that thing off tonight. You'll know. Hopefully I can get some calm down tonight and get some sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are the classes 21 and 2? And we'll take it on the highway tonight. We'll do both of them doubleheader. JV comes first. On air at 5:45. Kickoff at 6.
Yes, sir.
The varsity's like 10, 15 minutes right after they let them stretch and let them get going. So it'll be good. Weather's going to be Chamber of Commerce, beautiful night for football.
Oh yeah,
so
it's awesome. Yeah.
if you can't make it, tune in. We're going to bring it to you video and audio from Burley Stadium in Greenville. Have we ever won down there?
Teodoro has never won inside of Burley Stadium. We have not. We beat them at Hal Hennard, but we've never won inside Burley Stadium. So. That'll be a good
Are you
one.
fired up?
Yeah, I gotta keep you even. I get too fast, you know. Let Jessica and Jay. Don't let them. Don't listen to their stories. Them. I don't go. They don't get story time. Just easy.
Easy in, easy out.
Ending. No open questions for these two. Okay.
Because they'll talk about Coach.
Yeah, then we don't want to do that. We don't need to let
fired up
everybody.
you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're drinking it. So people you drink energy drinks.
No,
don't
I
you?
drink a Monster. That's
You
not
drink
an
a
energy.
Monster.
It's zero. It's zero. It's white Monster. It's like Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
this-
I like the taste. It's
So that doesn't
natural.
make you bouncing.
No,
like that.
it calms me down actually. It actually calms me down. The white Monsters, it calms me down. I'm a Monster guy. It's all
The
good.
whole time he's here,
Yeah.
that leg's bouncing like this. He's ready.
Who's got it better than me? Get to coach these girls, get to be with you, get to coach Cyclone football. Like nobody got it better than me.
Go, baby. Just win. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Coach Enser's here. We'll let him talk to us next about his heading to the state golf tournament. Coach Enser next to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now
Yes,
at all locations. Our locations are
they are in Roan Mountain, they are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office, and then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
social media. How do we find
You
you?
can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or bemycu.org.
And the magic main number is
423-547-1200.
brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Buddy Richard Oakes, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So, Port Travis Deli, good time to come in here, 543-6128, and get it to go. Tell us about it.
Yeah, call us up. Let us know what you like, and you won't have to stand in line or nothing like that. You know, it costs about 10-15 minutes ahead, and you walk right in, and we'll say, hey, did you have a call in? And you grab it and go. Take you in and out.
Hot subs, none of the hot subs over $5.15. You couldn't go buy the goodies to put a sandwich together for that kind of money. Then you got the cold subs. You got a 12-inch, a 6-inch, and then the chicken salad. Sell a bunch of chicken salads so you can get the subs hot and get them cold. And, of course, chicken salad, get it right out the door and away you go, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think cold cut subs are served cold, so you can bump the line that way too.
Yep. 543-6128. Tell me about your salads.
Salad, we take a tray and put a fistful of lettuce in it with some shredded cheese, your choice of ham, turkey, roast beef. We put some tomatoes, spicy onions, croutons, 2 packs of dressing. We have ranch, Thousand Island, honey mustard, and Italian.
5 racks of potato chips here, 10 cooler windows full of all kinds of soft drinks and Pepsi and Coca-Cola products, energy drinks, all you need. All you got to do is call in here. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, closed on Sunday. 543-6128. Pickled eggs. You got jalapenos, banana peppers, extra spicy onions. They can load it up with bacon. They can load it up any way you want it. Any of the
some extra
sandwiches.
goodies.
Extra goodies,
Sure.
folks. Make it go. 543-6128. One of our great sponsors here on the show. We love coming here. Port Travis Deli, again, here in Elizabethton, the 543-6128. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, big stuff. Congratulations to Elizabethton High School golf. Going to the big dance. Coach Enser's here with us, obviously. First time ever, is that right?
Yes, sir. It's first region
Wow.
championship in school history. So it's the first time. You know, it's kind of crazy. We've had so many good golfers and so many good teams come through the school that a team's never made it. We've had a bunch come close. We've sent several individuals to the state, probably, 12 or 13 individuals throughout, the history of high school golf. But then this year to take the whole team, it'll be pretty special. I've had a chance to take 2 individuals coaching wise, but I think this one will be pretty special. Be able to take everybody down there and just let them all
absolutely.
compete against the best in the state.
when we came out and did the Carter County Bank Classic, you told me then, you said, Paul, the stars align and we play golf like I think we can. We got a shot. You win the district tournament. You win the regional tournament. First time you ever won the regional. Is that correct?
Yes. We play Thursday and Friday next week at the Sevierville Golf Club down there next to the big water park right there. So they have two courses there. They run the boys on one course, on the river course, and the girls run on the Highland course. And they do a really good job down there. So we've been down there once already this year. We'll go back again tomorrow for a practice round. We'll have another one next week on Wednesday, and then tee it up Thursday to start counting them.
Wow. So you get a chance to go down and play on the course a couple of times.
Yes, sir.
That's neat. So describe the course. I'm not a golfer, but for those out there who are, describe the golf course.
I mean, I like it, which obviously every experience I've had there has been pretty good. It's a good course. It's fair. If you hit good shots, you can get rewarded for it. If you hit bad shots, it'll penalize you. And so it's a really good place to have a high school state tournament, the setup and stuff. But the course is really fair. There is a few things we have to figure out, and we're working through that. As we went through practice this week, trying to figure out the shots we need to hit down there for that place, so forth, so on, and just kind of where we lost shots in the past. We've had a good 2 weeks, but there's still work to be done. We start talking about kids like even Bryson, who is our individual medalist for the district and the region. I mean, the kid shoots 200 par to win the district. With no bogeys, 2 birdies, and then shoots even par to win the region.
Wow.
He had, 2 birdies and 2 bogeys in the region tournament. I think he went probably 30 holes combined with no bogeys. He wasn't too happy when he finally got one, but still for him to bounce back and pull through, that's been huge for us. Him being our number one, you can see the last 2 or 3 weeks too. It's been pretty cool because golf is kind of like an individual sport, but you can see these guys really come together the last few weeks and really become a team and kind of have each other's backs. And that's been fun. I've just got to sit along for the ride and check it out and watch that. So it's been good to see.
So out of fairness, let's talk about the team members. Who's on the team this year?
It starts with Bryson. Bryson's our one guy.
Last name is?
Harden.
Bryson Harden.
Bryson Harden.
All right.
So he's not been as consistent this year as we'd like throughout the season, and really none of us have. We've had guys step up and go back and forth, and that's just golf too. Golf is not easy.
No.
And everybody wants to be more consistent. But really the last 3 weeks, several of them has settled in, and Bryson Harden has settled in obviously very well. I told him, it looked like he was really having fun playing golf with, the last few weeks, which if you're shooting 200 par and even par, I don't know. I've never done that before, but I'd imagine that'd be pretty fun to do.
Pretty fun to do, yeah.
But and then another big one has been Tyler York. Tyler's another sophomore we have. He's our 2 guy. Ends up shooting 79 in the district and then 77 in the region. Finishes 3rd overall for the region tournament too. He's really stepped up, and about halfway through the year, he kind of kicked it into another gear. You could see his scores come down, and he kind of locked in, and he has stayed right there too. He's been very consistent, which is good to see. As somebody that I know we can count on as well. And he's a really good team guy too. He kind of pulls everybody together. So it's been fun just to see those guys and be a part of it. Marshall Holsclaw, another sophomore. We're fairly young. Another kid that's played well. He's been in the 70s. Last couple tournaments, district and region, he struggled a little bit. He's been in the 80s, but hopefully we get him squared away this week and get him prepared to go down there. Our senior, which I'm very happy for, Braxton Avery. Braxton stepped up and really been that senior leadership that we've been needing, we've been looking forward to. Shoots 82. Obviously not his best stuff, but he held in there and hung in there and did exactly what he needed to do, for the team. And it was really good to have him hold that plaque Monday. And so that's something that's that's really special to me, because he's been here for 4 years, and he's been through the ups and the downs, the thick and the thin.
Yep.
So he's been through quite a bit, and he's hung in there, and love him to death. And then our 5 guys, Gage Stout. Gage has stepped up here the last half of the season, has played well. We counted his score in the district. So in the district tournament, we come through he comes through big time, shoots 85. We count his score. We tie Greenville for the district championship and go into a playoff on the first playoff hole. He actually has a par on that first playoff hole too, to help us beat Greenville in a playoff.
Team win.
Yeah, total team win. So it's been really fun just to be a part of it. These guys have worked. I've drug them out of bed at before 7 a.m. at the course, in July, having them done their work, and they've done everything I've asked them to do. My big thing is I didn't want to get outworked. So they have showed up, they've worked, and they've done everything I've asked them to and then some, and we're continuing to do that. As much as I'm proud of Monday, and that's me just being a coach-wise, I was tickled to death Monday, but Tuesday by lunch, I was like, all right, it's time to lock in. We still have work to do because that's the thing too is we're not satisfied just with where we're at.
No, we're not. We're glad we won the regional championship, first time ever in school history. We're glad we're going to the state, but we're down there for a reason. We're not just down there for lollygagging. We're down there to win it.
We are going to compete. Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, tee it up. Obviously, there's no bad teams. There's no bad golfers down there, so we know exactly what we're getting into. And we want to just be as prepared as possible. So we want to show up down there, represent Elizabeth, and represent our community, the school, and ourselves as to the best of our ability. So that's what I told them. Tuesday afternoon, I was like, all right, it's kind of time to go back to work. We'll have fun on this trip, but it's still a business trip.
Good way to look at it. They're going to the state golf tournament next week for the first time in school history as a team. They won the regional championship this week, first time as a team in the history of the school, and so needless to say, that's a big, big deal. And those 5 guys are getting it done. And, of course, you're getting it done, and everybody's getting it done. So,
oh, yeah. I mean, it starts at the top, too. Like, we have our school board and our administration. Like, even throughout the golf season, like, that's kind of tells you what place Elizabethton is. Like, we have school board members who will stop me and ask me about the team, and they're not asking me, hey, how's the boys? They're asking them, how's Bryce and how's Tyler? They're asking about these kids by name, so they know them.
They know them.
And Mr. Van Huss and Dr. Minton and all that, they're all the same way. They were there Monday, and Mr. Diaz, all there to kind of celebrate with the boys and, tell them just how proud they were of them.
As I've said, and I'm right, when you take the custodian who passed away this summer and put her name on the back of a football helmet for the whole season, and every game we have a moment of silence for her, it ain't no place else in America I know they're doing something like that. Shows how classy it is to have Gloria Hall's name on the back of the helmets of the football team. So, yeah, it's a special place, no question, Elizabethton High School and the city of Elizabethton. Glad to be part of it. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
That's awesome. Zach Enzer, coach, taking his team to the state golf tournament next Thursday and Friday in Sevierville.
Yes, sir.
Go Cyclones. I love it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll go from golf to flag football at Milligan University. We've got 2 of the members of Coach Witten's team. They'll join us next year. Then we've got Sarah coming from right here at Duck Crossing. We've got more sports. Are you a baseball guy? You are, aren't you?
I'm a Reds guy. Last night wasn't too good for us.
It wasn't. So, but we got there.
We got there.
But there again, that's not. We don't want to just get there.
No.
So, but the Dodgers flipped the switch. I think they're ready. I kept thinking they were just kind of lumbering along. Then come playoff time, pink, switch got flipped, and they rolled over the Reds. And so they got the Phillies on Saturday. Ohtani for the Dodgers in Game 1 in Philadelphia, and Sanchez will go for the Phillies. So, but the other 3 will be decided today. Detroit and Cleveland at 3:08. 5:08 will be the Red Sox and the Yankees, and at 8:08 tonight will be, no, I got that wrong. Middle game will be the Padres and the Cubs, and the night game tonight will be the Red Sox and the Yankees, and those teams will move on. The losers will be eliminated. Milligan flag football next to the Tom Taylor Sports. Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton?
When everything goes corporate and everybody, you walk in and you're customer number 1,799, here you're Tom, and we know who Tom is, we know who you are, and we do it the old-fashioned way, so we're big enough now that we can take care of everybody and we can, get the good deals, we get the volume discounts and all that kind of stuff, and we're one of the last family-owned furniture stores in East Tennessee. But we're small enough that we know who you are and we can take care of you.
Absolutely. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, at cannonshomestore.com on the internet, and just look up Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on Facebook.
Hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
And the magic phone number to call?
423-543-6937.
Be loyal, buy local. Biden Elizabeth from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Milligan University flag football. Coach Witten took him from year number 1 of his coaching to 10 wins. Last year he went 21-4, so he doubled his win total. And I'm not surprised in the least because he's Coach Witten. He's pretty cool, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great.
Now, what did he tell you before he left? He said no opening questions about Coach Witten is what he said. He was laughing. So you all got stories?
No, actually, we don't have any stories.
Good answer. That's exactly what he wanted you to say. That's good. So let's talk about it. You are Jay from, what's your last name?
Padilla.
Padilla from
Yes.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Mhm.
How did you get from Jacksonville to Milligan University?
Well, I reached out to Coach Witten my senior year of high school, and just sent out some film, and he responded back, and that's how I made my way over here to Tennessee.
Where'd you go to high school? Bowles?
No, Atlantic Coast.
Atlantic Coast
Yeah,
High School?
Bowles actually just got flag football this year.
Okay, so
mhm.
Atlantic Coast.
Mhm.
What year or what grade or how, let me start over. How old were you when you started playing flag football?
I think I was like 17,
Oh,
so I
okay.
started my junior year of high school pretty late.
Did you just decide to do it? Your buddy decided? How'd you get involved in flag football?
At the time I was doing track and field, and so my friend said she was going to try out, and I decided to try out as well, and that's how I started.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's almost every time I bring you girls on, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I started in high school, but, because somebody dared me to do it, or we said, let's
Yeah.
go sign up or whatever. So, so you like it? You like flag
I
football?
love flag football.
All right. What
Mhm.
position you run?
I play linebacker, running back, and rusher.
All three.
Yep.
What's
both
your number?
sides. I'm number 4.
Number 4. I have to remember that because we'll be streaming the games. They don't start till what? February is when they start.
Yep, February.
So it's a spring sport, obviously, but it's flag
Yes.
football at Milligan University. They practice all the time. They play their games at Citizens Bank Stadium, so it'll be easy for us to stream it. We'll do video and audio for those games. We're already got that lined up, ready to go. So what are you guys doing now? Conditioning or lifting
Everything.
weights or?
Everything you could think of. We condition, we lift weights, we practice from time to time. Just everything.
So out of the 3 positions you play, which one do you like the best? You like to rush people? You like to block people? You like to run the football? What do you like to? What's your
I
favorite?
think I like running the football the most.
Mhm.
Yeah, like getting yards.
So you got an extra point last year, didn't you? A 2-point conversion.
I did.
Yeah.
Against William Woods.
Mm.
It was really important for us that game, so I'm glad that we were able to get that.
Yeah. What are you majoring in at Milligan?
Exercise science.
That's cool. So
Yes, sir.
she is from Jacksonville, Florida. She wears number 4, and she's on the Milligan University flag football team. It's the fastest growing sport in America. It was cornhole, and now that's been surpassed by flag football because more and more high schools are bringing it on, and NFL's backing it big time, and so they're pushing a lot of money behind flag football, which I think is awesome. So, what's it for those out there who've never played the sport? A lot of people haven't. It's a fairly new sport. What's I guess what would be the coolest part of the game of flag football for you?
For me, I think the coolest part is just being able to be with people that you could call family after some time, especially being here. We all met for the first time last year, and we have just grown to be like sisters. And so just being able to create a bond that you didn't think you would create anywhere else, I think that's what I love the most about it.
On the field, we're trying to learn the game. On the field is not as, let's see, it's as long as a regular football. I know it's not as wide. It's smaller than a traditional football field, but it's still
No, it's shorter.
shorter.
So it's from like the top of the end zone to top of the end zone.
Okay, so it's not 100 yards.
No, it's not.
And the side to side, it's like from the numbers to the numbers
Mhm.
that you see on the field.
Yep.
So it's not as wide.
Yeah.
And on the field, you have seven
Yep,
people.
7 players.
So on offense, you have a quarterback, obviously, a running back.
A center, wide receiver, another wide receiver, 2 slot receivers.
There you go.
Usually, running backs don't always have to be there, so yeah.
So you can have an empty backfield.
Mhm.
So you can go out and catch them, or you can run it either way, right?
Yep. Yes,
Would
sir.
you rather run it or catch them? Whether it be a wide receiver or running back.
Well, I'm a running back, so I think I'll stick to running back.
You will start RBs. You'll be a running back. Hello, Joni Laws. Hello, dear. And Teresa Stout. Thank you, ladies, for watching. So, flag football, you got to come watch them play. Again, Coach Witten took over the team. They went from 10 wins 2 years ago. Last year they were 21-4. So they get better every year, and they're fun to watch.
Every year.
And so we're going to be pushing hot and heavy in the spring for folks to come out. We're going to stream the games, and so it's a competitive thing. I mean, now do you ask us every week, and the answer is yes. But a little trash talking every now and then between. I mean, the girls trash talk a little bit.
I don't think against each other, but definitely when we're going against other teams.
That's what I'm saying. Another team.
Yeah, all the time.
There you go.
Try to keep it low key, but yeah.
Yeah, but it just can't, it kind of oozes out, doesn't
Yep,
it?
it's in us.
They point a little finger, and you point a little finger back, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Which team do you all get fired up for? I already know this
I'll
answer.
have to say Campbellsville.
That's
the
it.
Most. Yep.
Without everybody I've interviewed this year. This is the third or fourth week I've interviewed girls. Who's the team? They don't even Campbellsville. Boom. It's on.
Our rivals.
Yeah.
Always great competition when we play them.
Now, do we play them here this year, or we go home and away? Because I haven't
I
seen
think
the
home and
schedule.
away.
You got to come when Campbellsville comes, because it's on.
Yep.
Woo.
It'll be a show.
It'd be a show. I'm glad you came by.
Thank you.
Everybody, again, this is
Jaylise Padilla from Jacksonville, Florida.
number 4. Jaylise Padilla from Jacksonville, Florida. Milligan University Buff flag football. Let's bring our buddy in from Athens, Georgia. Come on in. You're next. The water's warm. Come on in. We got Cyclone Tia Duggar football coming up tonight, 5:45 airtime. Audio and video. Hello. Tell everybody who you are, ma'am.
I'm Jessica Hudson from Athens, Georgia.
Jessica Hudson from Athens, Georgia. So, being from Athens, you got to love the Bulldogs. No. You like who?
Colorado.
Colorado Buffaloes, Coach Deion Sanders. So, going to ask you the same question. Did you play in high school?
Yes, sir.
At what point did you start playing flag football, and why? Why did you get on the flag football?
I started playing flag football my junior year.
Junior year in high school?
Yeah, that was our first year. I was playing basketball, and the assistant basketball coach had started the flag football program, and she asked us to try out.
And there you go.
There, it was really fun, so I just kept playing.
Which high school?
Clark Central High School.
Clark Central in Athens? Yeah. So what's y'all's nickname?
Gladiators.
I was going to try and guess it. I was going to say Bobcats. I'd have missed it. So Gladiators. All right. So Clark Central Gladiators flag football. Your number is?
2.
2. And what positions do you play?
Wide receiver, rusher, and cornerback.
Yep. So you go both ways.
Yes, sir.
So we talked about with her on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm trying to educate people out there, because if you've never been to see the game, you got to come. There's 7 girls on the field. You have not belts, but you have flags on the front and back or on the sides?
On the sides.
On the sides. All right. Are they tucked under the Velcroed? How do you pull them out?
It's like pop it, like you just
pop it.
Yeah, it's like pop flags.
So if you catch and take off down the field, if I reach out and pop it, play stops.
Yeah, it's dead.
Dead ball. Okay. So it's yards after catch. So can you run when you make the catch? Can you run backwards? Can you run sideways just to avoid being? Or you have to go straight ahead, or can you run backwards?
Yeah, you can run backwards to get away from the defense.
Okay. All right. So how many touchdowns did you have last year?
I had 1 in our first game of the real season, and then I had another one against Campbellsville in like a practice game, like a scrimmage.
There you go. So this is a goofy question, but most people out there have never scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
So I know it was a big thrill, but what did it feel like you crossed that goal line and thought?
I mean, it felt good to score like a touchdown, my first collegiate touchdown, and then it was in our first game of the season, so that was really good.
That's awesome. So what are you majoring in?
Nursing.
Good. There's a shortage of nurses. So have you decided whether you want to go kids, geriatric nursing, or nursing you haven't decided yet?
Probably pediatric.
Pediatric?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So there's a shortage. We need big, kind-hearted people that would love kids. So pediatric nursing would be what you're talking about doing. That's awesome. And you were number 2.
Yes, sir.
And so what are we doing right now in fall workouts? We lifting weights, we running, practicing, what are we doing?
We lifting weights, running hills, practicing on the field, doing like speed and agility work,
Coach Witten's making you run up and down the hills?
Yep, C Street.
Really? You makes you run C Street? That's the one straight up.
We only did it one time.
Whoa. Whoa. Did Jay do it too?
Nah, she couldn't do it.
She can't do it?
She was injured.
She was injured.
Yeah.
You see, it made you run up C Street.
It was fun though.
You do it again?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah. What's it like to play for Coach Witten?
It's very fun playing for Coach Whitten. He's a nice coach. He worked very fast paced. I feel like I've been getting better playing with him. Just good energy all around.
Intense?
Very.
All the time?
All the
Wide
time.
open? Pedal to the metal? Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's the way he
100
is all
miles
the
an
time.
hour.
Hmm?
100 miles an hour.
Well, you saw him sitting there a while ago. That leg's bouncing the whole
Yeah.
time. So I said, "Do you drink energy drinks?" He said, "No, he drinks something Monster or something."
White Monster. It's an energy drink.
It is an energy drink. That's what I thought. The guys don't. He don't need no energy drink. He's wound up. He's like, the legs bouncing all the time underneath the table. But the girls love him. He works them hard, but proof's in the pudding. He doubles his wins from 10 to 21. So,
Yeah.
were you here last year?
I was here last year.
All right. What was the big thrill, big moment for you last year? The Lady Buff
I
flag
would
football.
say our biggest moment was making it to Kansas City
Mhm.
for nationals. We didn't go like we won the bracket B championship, so
Mhm.
like we didn't win the whole thing, but like we're getting closer each year, so hopefully we can go farther this year.
2 years ago, he went to Atlanta. Were you around then? You
No, I
weren't. You weren't
wasn't
here
here.
then. Okay, so 2 years ago, they went to Atlanta to Mercedes-Benz Stadium when they won 10. Excuse me. And so now, last year, you go to Kansas City for the national tournament, which is a big deal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we want to go back again this year.
Mhm.
Make it 3 years in a row going to the national tournament. It's only in its third year of existence. 10 wins last year. I'm sorry, 2 years ago. Last year, 21-4. And so this year, think we got a pretty good team.
I think so.
What do you think the strength of our team will be this year?
I think we have a lot of like threats, like fast, like speed, catchers. Like we have like everyone play like multiple positions. Like they can kick, they can throw, they can catch. Like
So again, I'm trying to educate people about the game of flag football. So what makes a good flag football team? You got to have speed. You got to be. You don't necessarily have to be big like a pro football team, or about guys or girls being great big and just bulky. What's the key to being a good flag football team?
I say, you really just have to have discipline and
Mm.
like just want to do it. Like have effort in everything you do.
Awesome. So first game's February, somewhere through there. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it's not until the spring or late winter, early spring. So number 2, name again is
Jessica Hudson.
Jessica Hudson. She's running with her, Jay from Jacksonville, and Jessica Hudson from Athens, Georgia, nursing major, Milligan University. I'm looking forward to calling number 2 and number 4 next year, or this year, for the new season. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
You ever done this before?
I've never done this before.
Awesome. You can, when you get home, you can share it, send it back to your folks in Athens, Georgia. Say, Mom and Daddy, or whoever, look, and knucklehead there in Jacksonville, Florida. You can tell her, my mom and daddy, or whoever down there in Jacksonville at Atlantic Christian High School. They can go back. Did I get it right? What, Atlantic Coast High School? They can go back and say, hey, we know her. That's Jay from Jacksonville. There you go. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, nice young ladies. Good peeps. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We are here live at Duck Crossing Antique Center in downtown Elizabethton. T. Duggar football. Again, audio and video starting at 5:45 tonight from Burley Stadium in Greenville. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabethton, Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by because they're here at their store, Doug Crossing. 3 floors, 50 vendors, got a waiting list to get in the place to be on to sell stuff because they have such great volume, great traffic on all 3 floors. We're 83 days away from Christmas Eve. We talked about that earlier about how the layaway is really, really good. If you want to come in and see something, you want to, as I said earlier, when I had my girls younger, you had to hide stuff in other people's houses and places because they were snoops. So if you want to lay it away and just let it stay here and then come get it closer to Christmas, you can do that too. So whatever you want to do, you can do it. Sarah's here with us.
Howdy, how's it going?
Doing great, and thank you for letting us come into your store and talk to you today.
Of course. Always happy to have you, Tom.
Thank you. I love being here too. So it's show and tell. Again, here's the cool stuff. I mean, here's the thing. You walk in here, there's 3 floors, 50 vendors. You don't know what you're going to see. And so we did an earlier segment on Halloween. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to start doing some of this.
Today we are doing a segment on ideas for boo baskets, which people are doing like an Easter basket style gift for Halloween now apparently.
There you go.
And also I wanted to make y'all aware, so some of y'all might know we're on TikTok at Duck Crossing 10. I was going to let y'all know that this coming week, starting on actually Sunday, we will be doing a video every day for Banned Books Week, so come check us out on TikTok and learn about some different books that have been banned or challenged in schools or libraries, and celebrate our right to read.
Cool. That's very neat. All right. Hello, Marie Lyons. How you doing, lady? Appreciate you very much. All right. So here's a little scarecrow for $4.
That one's cute. Oh, can't see it too good, but I've got a pin on too.
You got what?
I've got a little.
Oh, you got one on. I'm sorry. Yeah, on your shirt?
Yeah, it says Happy Hauntings. You can't see it too good,
Happy
but
Hauntings.
it is there.
All right. Got all these little knickknacks now. We'll run through these quick here. This little metal pumpkin for $3 that she brought.
Super cute.
Yes. I'm going to let her get these pumpkins on the floor here in a second. So this is another pin.
I'm just going to put this on my lap.
Is this a pin? Yeah, $3. A little pumpkin pin. I'm going to show this. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. She brought a whole little, I like this. A little scarecrow for $3. How neat. These could be pinned on a jacket or a shirt. Let me get my finger out of the way, let you see. The little scarecrow for $3 here at Doug Crossing. All right, this is another pumpkin she's brought for $3. Got some good stuff, Sarah. Thank you for bringing this. So there you go. Candy corn earrings. Is that not cute?
Now those are cute. I might
Look at
have to
that.
swipe those. Oh, they're clip-ons. Maybe not.
Clip-on earrings for $2, or candy corn earrings for $2. How neat. How creative. All right. I like this stuff. All right. You did good. So this little tiny pumpkin for $2. All these are, you can pin them on your shirt or coat or jacket or whatever, sweater. Because you got
cold.
cold.
Put them on your headband. Put them on your headband.
Headband, yeah. Because you got cold weather coming. You can put on a jacket. This is $3. This is a pumpkin on a plastic pumpkin on a, turn around, a chain, or in this case, a cord. Neat stuff that she brought. And let's see, here's a ghost. A little guy that for $2. Again, it goes on your, these are all out of the same booth?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. And the last one is a big old candy corn for $2.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah. You like these?
Yeah, I sure do.
What's your favorite?
I like that little scarecrow with the pumpkin head.
I
That
did
one's
too.
funny.
I like that one too. Pumpkin head. His head's a pumpkin, but it's a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Like that a lot. So all these are again available. Here, I'll get them for you.
Yeah.
So put those back in there. We'll move these to the side because she's got more show and tell from right here at Duck Crossing.
Yeah. So,
So-
I'm starting with this Dracula's Castle cup. I thought it was really interesting. That's from our vendor Barbara. She's got some really cute Halloween stuff. I recommend coming and check out her booth.
What's that say? $7.95
Yep.
for a glass mug, for lack of a better term, of Dracula's Castle. Blah blah.
I don't say blah blah blah. Sorry, I can resist.
All right. Oh, how neat! A Snoopy trick or treat coffee mug for $12.95. Look, it's first off, it's a big one.
It's a huge one.
It is cute, but there's Snoopy on the side of it. You're like Charlie Brown Snoopy. It's a Snoopy coffee mug for $12.95 here at one of the booths.
So I've got a couple movies in here, I believe. So we got this Nickelodeon Halloween one.
Tales of Fright for $2.
It's got different episodes from different classic Nick shows.
That's neat. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay. Put that over there so I don't knock it over.
This one's kind of a stretch, but I decided to include this Harry Potter plate.
Says Hogwarts is my home, and it goes for $3.95.
That's from our new vendor, Susan, actually.
Okay, we'll set that. That won't work. We'll set it underneath that. All right. More scary stories for sleepovers.
So I thought that'd be fun for maybe an older kid or a teenager.
Sure, absolutely. Good idea. Good choice. For $4 that book, by the way. All right. We'll put that right there.
So a new one of these just came out recently. We've got the first Final Destination on VHS.
This one's on VHS.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's some come out on DVD. Up on the mezzanine here, they got a whole selection of DVDs and VHS movies, a lot of DVDs. And this goes for $6. It's called Final Destination. Obviously, it's a horror movie, scary movie.
A lot of people are buying VHS now. Then we got this cute cookie cutter.
I love it. A kitty cat cookie cutter for $4.
I like cats. They're cute.
Let me show you how this is an actual cookie, what it's going to look like. How about that? A black cat or a Halloween cat cookie cutter for $4 here at Duck Crossing. All right.
We've also got these little treat bags. I thought maybe somebody could put candy in them for those little boo baskets I mentioned.
You get it for $4. Very nice. All right. And she's coming with all kinds of goodies.
So we've also got this cute little vintage McDonald's bucket. And I can't tell what year it's from, but it's from my time, I think.
Vintage McDonald's doesn't say when it is.
You can go sometime in the 90s, possibly early 2000s.
Yeah, it's McDonald's little bucket for $10. Too cute.
It's a cute little guy. So next up, we've got a wig.
A wig? Okay.
Yep. And that one is
$4.
$4. Yeah, I was trying to look at it upside down.
So it is a wig.
Oh, it's
That's a
three
pirate.
wigs apparently.
It's a pirate wig. There you go. I couldn't figure out what it was.
So we have 3 different wigs in there. I can't tell you with any confidence what they are, but we do have them.
There's 3 wigs for $4. So if you're looking for wigs for a Halloween costume, there they are. I got them 3 of them for $4 here at Duck Crossing. All right.
So this would be cute, maybe for a princess or a ballerina costume, or I don't know. You could be an undead princess or something and put some makeup on.
Yep. Price point on this is $12. This ballerina dress, which is very affordable. I mean, that's a gorgeous little dress for a little lady that want to go as a, as she said, as a ballerina. And
This one could be a good prom queen dress, maybe.
Good. And the price on this is
Hold on.
$5.
Not bad.
Good night. It is a good price. Look at that. Get this whole dress for $5.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll make sure I read it right. Yep. $5. Got it marked down to move it out. Can't beat that. I'm not
Pretty darn
showing
good.
all of it, but it gives you an idea. Good stuff. Is that it?
I believe so. Not as much as I thought we had, actually.
Actually, you did good. I like that.
Yeah.
You always do good.
Thank you.
Sarah, who works here, by the way. So tell me one more time about TikTok.
So starting on Sunday, we are doing Banned Books Week, which will run all the way through Friday. Actually, no, I think it runs through Saturday on the TikTok because I end up with 7 videos somehow. So the theme this year is Censorship is So 1984, Celebrate Your Rights to Read. So yeah, we are celebrating our right to read and highlighting some books that you may or may not know have been banned or challenged. Like, for example, Hop on Pop is being featured this year for encouraging violence against parents, and also hacker culture for some reason. I haven't figured that one out yet, but that was one of the reasons it made the list.
Oh, well. So these are books that are banned, but we've got them. Is that correct?
Yep.
There
We
you
have
go.
at least one copy of Hop on Pop here. And my nieces love Dr. Seuss. Delorax makes the list at one point
Wow.
for negative portrayal of the logging industry.
Well,
But that's just a little sneak peek. There's actually 32 different books that are featured this year, and that's a record. I think that's the most we've ever had.
we'll take a break. All this is right here at the Duck Crossing at downtown Elizabethton. 3 floors, 50 vendors. They got a waiting list of vendors wanting to get in the place, and understandably so. We had good foot traffic in here this morning already for a Thursday. And of course, the place was rocking last week, Cover Bridge Day. So, but it's busy year round. Love it. Good job, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you much. Hope you have a great day.
You too, dear. Quick break. Right back after this from Physical Therapy Services. We got more for you from Duck Crossing on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Therapy Services, great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Physical Therapy Services? A lot of folks out there that do what you do. Why PTS?
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations?
1975 West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the Medical Care Building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical Therapy Services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our success is your success.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Our final segment of Show and Tell. Again, you can see behind us. By the way, whose booth did we borrow today?
It is the Reagans.
The Reagans.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. and Miss Reagan. We borrowed your booth for 2 hours to promote. Love coming in here. I buy stuff here all the time. Guess where I'm going to go when the show's over? Wonder where you think I'm, what?
DVDs.
CDs and DVDs.
CDs and
I'm
DVDs.
hooked. And they always have great prices on the CDs and DVDs here at Duck Crossing. So, I can get them for $2 and $3. We're talking Blu-ray DVDs for $2 and $3. You can't beat it. So, anyway, it's Halloween, or we're doing fall theme. We're in the second day of October. Again, the countdown to Christmas Eve. You don't want to hear this, but it's 83 days. So
It's unbelievable.
it is unbelievable, it really is. So we talked earlier. Hello, Barbie. Thank you for watching. Hello, Lori Wilson. How you doing, ladies? So we talked earlier as to why you should come in here and shop for the Christmas season. She has a tree. We didn't talk about this. There's a tree right around the corner. It's what, a 12, 14-foot tree, probably, every bit of it.
I'd say.
Full of ornaments, and she keeps it up year round. So if you're looking for a unique, one-of-a-kind ornament, it could be, I mean, it runs the gamut. There's hundreds on there, but they're for sale. And so it's right at the bottom of the steps. I'm looking at it. I keep pointing. You can't see it off camera, but it's right over there, about 5 steps away. And so it's up year round. So if you're looking for unique, one-of-a-kind Christmas ornaments, last year we come every month. Last year they were as a point. They were looking for old vintage Christmas lights, right? The old string of Christmas lights.
Yes, old strings.
In fact, she found me some that the bubble ones.
Yes.
I looked for. She found me some bubble Christmas lights. You probably remember those if you're old enough. That looks like a candle and they get hot and they kind of bubble. Oh, she's mad, but that's what they do. And this is what it means when you bubble. When you're from West Virginia, this is bubble. So anyway, you got the bubble
We have vendors
lights.
already bringing in some Christmas.
Absolutely.
Plus we have that Christmas area back there. So
Absolutely.
October, ready or not,
It's here.
you got to start getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah. And it'll be here soon enough. We'll get to it next month when I come in. But
Yes.
let's talk about fall right here.
Well,
Let's start with this.
I was just going to say we have quite a bit of fall floral things just to put around your house decorations. I've got a couple of vendors who have those. Check out our front window. We did kind of a back to school 60s 70s theme, and it's been really fun. And the back half is all fall and Halloween, so we've got all kinds of cool stuff in there.
So you look at these two combined, you would say, oh, these are probably 30 or 40 bucks. $12 for that right there. These are dried or silk flowers.
Yeah, I think some are silk and maybe some are dried.
Yeah, $12 for that right there.
And then just little, little pumpkins to set around. Here, you want me to take that?
I'll swap you. Okay. There you go. So this is not a real pumpkin, but it looks like a real pumpkin, and it's a really cool looking pumpkin for $12.95.
The good thing about these is they don't rot.
No, they're plastic.
Just put them back up and.
Yeah, till next year.
So
that's
$12.95.
$12.95.
Quite a bit of those, just little $4
Look at this.
$12 pumpkins.
Tabletop pumpkins for display, wherever you want to put them, $4.
And those will last you all the way through Thanksgiving too.
Absolutely.
That's the florals and the pumpkins.
Absolutely.
So I was telling you about those. We're talking about those old plastic
Old
masks.
plastic Halloween masks.
They didn't fare that well because we wore them.
Yeah.
So $8, but the costume itself is in really good shape. 1982 G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe Halloween costume for $8 from 1982, and then this one is from
Buck Rogers,
Buck
1979.
I remember this. Buck Rogers, $8 from 1979. So the Buck Rogers Halloween costume and the mask comes with that little elastic thing. Man, you get in that just sweat.
Yeah,
Good night.
Can't you just feel your
Yes,
breath?
yes, sweat. And if you want to start a fight, you go behind your brother, which I did. Take an elastic and go, ping, pull it back and pop him. Oh yeah, that was a fight. So we used to go get our Halloween candy in pillowcases. We didn't use
My
them.
dad said that same thing.
Yeah, we didn't use
By the
bags.
time I came along, we actually had some bags.
We actually used pillowcases to go get our
I've heard of
Halloween
that
candy.
back in the olden times.
Well, it's nice to have had Misty on the show. We're going to take a break because she ain't coming back. Back in the olden times, yeah. Back when I was a little shaver in West Virginia, we used pillowcases.
Yeah.
So what we got here? This is
This is another it's just another little costume, but this is an old vintage box.
Look at that.
That has the costume in it. And I mean it's pitiful, but it's just you just don't see those. I mean, how can that one is from the 50s?
Mm-hmm.
So $4 and it's got the box. But
Wow.
it's just something you don't see, and they're very fun to just put around to put on a hanger
Decoration.
and decorate
Sure.
your house.
Absolutely.
Or even on the porch, some people stuff the old costumes like scarecrows.
Full of
and
straw
have
or
them-
hay or
yeah,
whatever.
And have them on the porch.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 floors. For folks never been in here, start at the top floor. What's in the top floor?
Well, the back half is all vintage clothes for
Mhm.
guys and girls. We've got clothes, we've got hats, gloves, scarves, anything that, goes with.
Cold weather.
Yes.
Mm.
Lots of long coats and sweaters and things like that. But the majority of all that is vintage stuff, not made in China.
Mm.
So we kind of pride ourselves on that. And then we've got probably about 10 or 12 different booths up there too. So, each person has their own kind of theme, and we've got a lot of glassware up there. We've got a lot of furniture up there, and a lot of people say it's their favorite floor.
Mm.
So there's lots to see. You don't want to miss going up those stairs.
3rd floor. 2nd floor right up here. What do we have?
The mezzanine, we have kind of pop culture, kind of trendy stuff. We've got records and, like you said, CDs and DVDs, cassette tapes, which I can't believe sell, but we're selling a lot of cassette tapes and VHS right now.
Really?
Yeah, so the younger generation is worried about, what is that, where they can't, streaming. So they're cutting back a lot of streaming and charging and stuff. So people are going back to the actual physical copies of the cassettes and the VHS. So we've been selling those a lot.
That's awesome. So.
And we have, we've got some vintage clothes, just some T-shirts, rock T-shirts, NASCAR T-shirts, those kind of things, that fun kind of stuff. We've got toys on that area, some really cute little Polly Pockets right now that we have, those 80s and 90s toys. We have a lot of advertising on that floor with the signs, the old vintage, and they are the real thing, vintage signs. And we have just, books, kids' books, Barbies. I mean, just lots of different, for all age groups, but kind of focusing on the 20-something down to the younger kids.
I love her describing things. She talks with her hands. I love it.
Oh.
That's good. Of course, I'm over there a while ago talking about the
bubbles.
The bubble light, the bubble Christmas ornaments. Then you come down on the main floor. What's down here?
We have so
Everything.
much down here, yeah. We've got a lot of really cool jewelry. We've got 2 different jewelry vendors that have a great selection, estate buys, lots of sterling, everything you could really want in the jewelry department. We have a lot of glassware. We've got the uranium glass. We've got the uranium glass case. The art glass is getting popular again, so the color, the Murano, the Blenko, the West Virginia glasses.
Blenko.
Pilgrim, Blenko.
Pilgrim, Permanington.
Rainbow, yes. All those are really hot right now. We've got head vases. We've got Yadro figurines. We've got a whole military. So in that back area down here, we have a whole military area that has vintage and I think up to Gulf time, which I guess that's vintage now.
Gulf
we're
War,
talking
early 90s, yeah.
90s. Just all kinds of different stuff, and Boy Scout and Girl Scout memorabilia in that area. Records.
Yes.
We've got
Lots
a
of
record
records.
vendor back there that has lots of records.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Back here on the 1st floor, back in the right-hand corner, you come in. I mean, he has just stacks, not stacks, but just bins full of records. And what I like about it, it's all alphabetized. It's all categorized. So if you're looking for, pick something, Creedence Clearwater Revival, I mean, you can go right to C's. You don't have to go thumbing through 500 albums. They're all marked and they're all categorized, which makes it easy if you're in a hurry because there's a bunch of albums back there. But those are coming back too. Yeah, they're in the sleeves.
They're
so
in good shape.
They're in good shape. Yeah, because I bought a couple back there. Bought me a Doobie Brothers album from him. I bought one from, remember the group Bread, David Gates and Bread? Bread? No?
Bread? For a name of a group?
Yeah, Bread.
No.
You don't remember David Gates and Bread?
Were they
from the 70s?
Were they friends with Meatloaf? I do remember Meatloaf in the 80s.
Yeah, they were. That's
70s. I was in diapers.
Moving right along, so they have albums back there. So for whatever genre and whatever age, you're in diapers in the 70s. Okay, so here we go. So no, were you really in diapers in the 70s?
Yes.
Wow.
How come you're surprised about that?
Because it makes me feel really old.
Well, you should say, weren't you in diapers in the 80s also?
Yeah. Weren't you in the diapers in the 80s also?
No, but that's
No.
what you should have led with.
Yeah, I didn't do good, did I? No, I hung myself out to dry. I just didn't, because 70s, see, that doesn't seem old to me, but I guess it is old, because now they're saying the
Yeah.
90s,
Yeah, I
the
mean,
90s are
25
vintage.
years ago.
Yeah,
That's just
it's amazing. So anyway, it's
so
all right here,
all
folks.
kinds of different stuff. We also have a lot of the Howard's cleaning products too for
Mhm.
furniture and the beeswax and a lot of those things that are great for keeping your furniture, especially the older furniture, looking good and lasting for a lifetime.
Had a friend come from Kingsport and bought one of those and went back and said it works. Bought the, I guess it was the polish,
Oh yeah, the beeswax
beeswax polish.
Yes.
Said it works. It's as good as advertised.
Still made here in the U.S. too.
Amen.
Tennessee.
Amen. Well, it's made in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's made in Tennessee.
That's even better. It's Tennessee made. So, anyway, it's all right here, folks. Duck Crossing. Again, it is here and it's been here. How long you had the store?
Yesterday was my 9-year anniversary in owning the store.
That's awesome.
I've been a vendor here for 12 years, but it started in the early 90s.
Mhm.
It's when they turned it into an antique mall.
It used to be what? What was this at one point? A department store?
It was Elizabethton Hardware.
Elizabethton Hardware.
Yes,
Back
and
in
I
the
think
day.
there was a time in like the 80s or 70s maybe too, where it was like a furniture store.
You were in
but-
diapers then, so you wouldn't remember that.
That's
So
right, I
That's
wouldn't.
it. So, because she was just a young lassie back in the 70s. So it was a furniture store, hardware store. Now it's Duck Crossing going strong. So,
Yes.
and here's the thing, I can tell you this: come in here and chart yourself some time. Don't blow in and blow out, because you'll get in here and you'll look up and you can burn easily 2 hours in here. Easy.
Yes, but always I try to catch people when they're coming in, and if I don't, I try to catch them on the way out. If you're looking for something, it can be overwhelming.
Mhm.
And Sarah and I, we keep
Mhm.
up with what we have. We don't know exactly, but we know where kind of to look to find something.
Mhm.
So always ask if there's something specific, because it's much easier.
She knows everything.
No, I don't know everything.
Yes, you do too. I've not ever come in here and said, "Hey, I need to find this or this." She's, "I'll be right back. I think it's up on the third floor. I'm on the second floor. I'll be right back." And so she'll come back with it 9 times out of 10. So
And
you-
sometimes I even have things I don't have put out yet, but I
Mhm.
know that I have, too. So
are you allowed to
always
show
ask.
the hurricane lamp before we leave? Can you show the one on the
That one? That
Yeah.
one is pretty. So these are like, these are called Gone with the Wind lamps right here. Aren't those pretty?
Mm-hmm. Show whatever one you want to show. That's why I'm here, to showcase your place. So that rhymes. I didn't even know. I didn't figure that to come to showcase your place.
On it.
It's what?
Hand painted. It's kind of like a Victorian style. But like you
gosh.
said, it's like a hurricane.
Look at that. That is
Yeah.
gorgeous, and it works too, doesn't it?
It does. And it's not plugged up.
Hand painted parlor lamp,
Parlor lamp, yes.
$85. Look at that. Gorgeous. That thing lights up.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the roses on it.
With
Mhm.
the, so pretty, these kind of lamps that have the hand painting. It
Mhm.
just really brings out the colors when you put the light in them.
Yep. $85 for that right there. Okay, you take it, because I don't want to drop
I
it.
know, me neither. Well,
No.
I don't have the best track record. But
Yeah, well, but you got better than I do. So anyway, that's what's going on here down at Duck Crossing. You got to come down. We've been here for 2 hours, and we've not even scratched the surface what's in here. I mean, really, 50 vendors, 3 floors. We've done a two little 10-minute segments. Doesn't do it justice. Got to come in and look for yourself. Hello, ladies. How are you? So good foot traffic in here for a
Okay.
Thursday. We like it.
Yeah.
We like it. So what do you want to leave us with? I know you got to get going. I got to get going. So what do you want to leave us with?
Just come down and look around. Just
Mhm.
like you said, allow a little bit of time, because it's kind of just relaxing to listen
Mhm.
to the music. We've got kind of easy going,
Mm-hmm.
music, and just looking and remembering times past.
Mm-hmm. And there's something in here for everybody, I promise you. From clothes to records to CDs to toys, antique toys to hurricane lamps. We've got barn tins up here. Got a booth up here. I call them barn tins. We got yard flags up here. Some fall-themed yard flags of a whole Rolodex, or not a Rolodex, but a spinner full of yard flags. So it runs the gamut. And so we'll take a break. We always want to say thank you. We'll come back and say goodbye, but thank you for letting us
Okay,
come be a
thank
part
you.
of this.
Enjoyed it.
Love hanging out with this lady. She does a good job. She gets after it. She doesn't mess around. And so we'll take a break. We'll be right back. One of our great sponsors, the good folks at Poor Trav's Deli.
Love them.
Oh, so I'm going for lunch. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Buddy Richard Oakes, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So, Port Travis Deli, good time to come in here, 543-6128, and get it to go. Tell us about it.
Yeah, call us up. Let us know what you like, and you won't have to stand in line or nothing like that. You know, call us about 10, 15 minutes ahead, and you walk right in, and we'll say, hey, did you have a call in? And you grab it and go. Take you in and out.
Hot subs, none of the hot subs over $5.15. You couldn't go buy the goodies to put a sandwich together for that kind of money. Then you got the cold subs. You got a 12-inch, a 6-inch, and then a chicken salad. Sell a bunch of chicken salads so you can get the subs hot and get them cold. And, of course, chicken salad, get it right out the door and away you go, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think cold cut subs are served cold, so you can bump the line that way too.
Yep. 543-6128. Tell me about your salads.
Salad, we take a tray and put a fistful of lettuce in it with some shredded cheese, your choice of ham, turkey, roast beef. We put some tomatoes, spicy onions, croutons, 2 packs of dressing. We have ranch, Thousand Island, honey mustard, and Italian.
5 racks of potato chips here, 10 cooler windows full of all kinds of soft drinks and Pepsi and Coca-Cola products, energy drinks, all you need. All you got to do is call in here. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, closed on Sunday. 543-6128. Pickled eggs. You got jalapenos, banana peppers, extra spicy onions. They can load it up with bacon. They can load it up any way you want it. Any of the sandwiches. Extra goodies, folks. Make it go. 543-6128. One of our great sponsors here on the show. We love coming here. Port Travis Deli, again, here in Elizabethton at 543-6128. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show is going to wrap it up. Again, thanks for watching. We'll be back with you at 5:45, ready to go with T. Duggar Fighting Cyclone Football. Here's the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, the Lord Jesus, and we don't apologize for that. Psalms 34:4 says, I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. That's a good one. Psalms 34:4. They're all good. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Good way to end the show. Hello, Patsy Lyons. How you doing? Appreciate you. She had a little medical situation going on. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they said to say hello to her because she's for a speedy recovery. So hello, Patsy Lyons. She watches all the time, and I appreciate that. She's always with us, and so she'll probably be back with us tonight. We turn around and get down to the road to Greenville and come back and bring you the football games. 2 of them, 5:45 airtime, which is not that far away. 6 o'clock kickoff. The T. Duggar Fighting Cyclones, JV first in the varsity. JV is 7-0, and the Greenville JV is 6-1. It's going to be a heck of a game. The second game will be varsity 7-0, and the Greenville varsity at 5-3. So they've won the conference championship as the varsity for the 4th time. And so they are 94-19 over the last 13 years. And the T.A. Duggar 8th graders are 21-2. There you go, in their 3 years. That ain't too shabby. You can do the math. 21 divided by 8, and so they get it done. And so we appreciate Brock Pittman and Ryan Whitten and all the coaches. We'll talk more about them when we get down and get set up with the broadcast. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks again. Please come down and shop at the Duck Crossing. Be loyal, buy local, buy to Betsy. And so the Duck Crossing Antique Store here with 3 floors, 50 vendors, and a waiting list because of the traffic. They said, all these folks say, man, if you get an opening, we want to put our business or put our goodies in your business, which is a compliment, of course, to Misty and Sarah and the staff here at Duck Crossing Antique Store. See you back at 5:45 for T. Duggar Fighting Cyclone Football. Audio and video from Burley Stadium in Greenville. Until then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2,371 today. Today on the road at Duck Crossing Antique Store in downtown